Hello, dear friends. Welcome to a new episode of High Rollers D&D. With me, your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Holmes. I'm slipping into a very calming late-night radio voice now, as we introduce the rest of our players. There we are.
Hello.
We have Rhiannon Gower.
Hello.
Tom
How's
Hazel.
it going?
Hello. Katie Morrison.
Hi there.
And Kim Richards.
Hello, everybody.
The reason
Can
that
we
we
please
can be
not?
nice- The reason we can be nice and chilled. The reason we can be nice and chilled this week is we sadly have no Chris Trott to just ruin things with his loud, in-your-face attitude. It's very chill and calm and nice.
He's
very
here.
good, Kim.
Look. Oh wait, he's still going.
The more you play with things, Kim, the more chance that you'll break things.
Nah, man, I got this down. I got this down, clown.
You got this down? Okay. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. We're here for some more D&D times. Yeah, sadly, no Trot. He's away this weekend. He booked some time off to go on a little trip. So Kim is running everything this week, and will do a great job. But we're going to keep playing D&D anyway. Before we jump into all of that, there's a couple of things to go through. The first of which is we have 2 returning sponsors this week. Our friends at NordVPN, but also D&D Beyond are back. We'll get through everything in a minute. Now, I've prepared something for D&D Beyond, but Chris Trott, before he went away, he did promise me that he was going to sort something out for NordVPN sponsorship. I don't know what he's done. I don't know what we are to expect. But Kim,
I know.
I believe you have a video.
I have a video. Let me just turn the music down so we can prepare for the majesty that is Chris Trott. Okay. Apparently we're getting some buffering though, so I'm just going to wait for a little second and just talk crap, everybody. Talk crap for a second.
All right. Well, I mean, crap. High buffering.
Talk
don't know what to do.
When I make things maybe a bit better.
Try and look into things and fix things. Well, it's back. Try a refresh. If you are having issues in chat, do try refreshing. Not sure, as I said, without our technical expert Chris Trott.
I think it might just be my internet being a
It
pile
could very
of
well
crap,
be.
Frankly.
It could very well be.
Which is annoying. Someone cover. Just talk rubbish for a minute.
Well, I mean, I can talk about things, but until the buffering stops, I can't talk about anything of importance. So we could just do a general, how is everybody? Tom, what have you been up to this week? Tell me what games you've been playing, what you've been up to.
Oh, this week I've been playing a load of Crusader Kings, which I think a lot of people have. But you know what I started yesterday? Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, for the first time.
Reactivating.
Yeah.
Are you playing a Lalafell as well? Are you playing a Lalafell?
I'm playing a tiny little boy, a tiny sweet little boy.
Why?
The little falafel.
Man, it's an MMO, isn't it?
It's an MMO. It really is. It sure is an MMO, mate. I hope you like collecting 15 turtle shells and delivering letters.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. But there's some Final Fantasy in there. I saw a little bit of Final Fantasy today, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then it's an MMO.
Right. I'm seeing in chat that everything looks okay. People are saying do try dropping down to 720. So that is a recommendation. Try dropping down to 720p. But a lot of people saying it's better now.
Okay.
It could be on Twitch's end, so we don't know. But it's fine now. So we're gonna go from here.
And now,
all right,
a message
Chris Trott.
in memoriam from Christopher Trott.
I know. It's okay, all right? Everyone in chat, everyone around you is struggling. Struggling to keep it together, knowing that I'm not there with you. It's okay. It's okay to feel these feelings. Let it out. Let it out.
I love Lucius.
But then again, how will you cope without the best player, the best character to lighten the mood? How will I cope? Not being there. It's okay. Let's get it together. We need to think of positives. How to fill that void. an empty hold that's been torn from you of your favorite campaign. Well, there's got to be something, right, that can fill just a little part of that in your heart. Well, I know we can with NordVPN, a phenomenal service that's there to protect you and your internet from data snooping, tracking, and unlocking a world of content that's been restricted from you. That's right, we've got a special deal from here at High Rollers thanks to NordVPN. It's a 2-year plan for $89, and you get an extra month free if you enter the coupon code HRDND at the checkout. It's a discount of like 68%. Just head to nordvpn.com/HRDND. You can protect yourself while traveling. Like me, right now. You can unlock all of Netflix, so you can watch the entire library of content, not just certain countries, like I'm going to be doing while I'm not watching this live right now. It's going to be tough. Anyway, you've got to have a good time, okay? Maybe you're using NordVPN right now and you're having a really great time, knowing that you're not being data logged or having certain favorite series taken from you, like your favorite character leaving for a whole episode. You be good to the team, okay? They're gonna struggle. They're probably crying right now. You know what'll pick them up? Getting NordVPN. Anyway, I'll leave it with them. Just be good to them, okay? Have a good High Rollers session. Goodbye. NordVPN.
Fuck's sake. For fuck's
Rhiannon's
sake.
literally gone.
Miss you, buddy. Miss you. Stay safe up there. You know, we know that you're watching over us, so...
It's a long video, isn't it? It's a long old video.
It's a very
long
long
video.
video.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris Trott. Thank you, NordVPN. Very
Miss you
emotional. Miss you forever, BB.
Miss you
but yeah.
5 billion.
Miss you 5 billion. Right. Enough of that, because we have another sponsor read, and then I've got some other things I need to talk about. Then we can play D&D.
Then we can play some D&D.
So-
Energy, everyone.
Well,
God didn't take all the energy away.
we got to do some other stuff. So first of all, D&D Beyond. Thanks to D&D Beyond, our second sponsor. They're back as a regular sponsor. COVID meant that we had to sort out a bit of the sponsorship. It took a little bit of time, but it's getting a bit chilly in my room, actually.
Oh, no.
It's just getting a bit cold. So hang on, I'm gonna put a hoodie on. Oh, it's pretty free. It's pretty cold in here, you know.
What
do you mean? It is quite a cold day. You know, autumn's coming.
It's just it's a bit frosty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I
I do want to say,
yeah.
you should check out D&D Beyond using our referral link. It's in chat and in the video description for the D&D Beyond website. You know, if that really helps us out, it's still really cold. Hang on.
For God's sake.
On here. It's just getting really, it's really cheap. But if you use the referral link, it's in chat in the video description. It really helps us out. Go and check out the D&D Beyond website, and you should especially do it right now, because today is just it's so cold. It's the last chance to pre-order Icewind Dale: Rime of the Frost Maiden, which this adventure is for characters from it's just so cold. It's for characters of level 1 to 12, as you trudge through the dangerous and frozen frontier of Icewind Dale and 10 towns. It's got survival rules for freezing temperatures. Oh man, it's just so cold.
No more. Come on.
This is me in the winter.
I'm gonna die. Oh,
This is me in the English winter.
big jacket on as well. It's got survival rules for the freezing temperatures and new monsters like Auriel, the Frost Maiden herself, and new locations such as Revel's End, a prison for the Sword Coast's most dangerous criminals. Finally, if you pre-order on D&D Beyond, you'll unlock a set of digital dice and 6 character backdrops. Oh, my hands. I'm going to get frostbite. And then the cosmetic character sheets will be released later as well. Rime of the Frost Main's out on the 15th of September. It's 2 days away. Thanks, D&D Beyond. Don't forget to use our referral link. That's it. That was the bit.
Well done.
Probably your...
I don't have an elegant way of getting away from the bit either. I just have to take everything off.
Well, you do it in the dun-dun.
No, I think. Wait.
for
Let
the
me just.
dun-duns.
No, I've got more things to read out, Kim.
Oh, okay.
It's 23 degrees in Bristol at the moment.
Yeah,
just
it's
for-
actually quite sunny
You
for the
know.
first time
Yeah.
in ages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really lovely
but
day.
Icewind Dale's freezing cold, guys, and
Yeah.
everybody needs to go and
Oh.
pre-order Rime of the Frost
that's
Maiden, Icewind
why.
Dale. That's
I
why,
get it
Tom.
now.
I know. So subtle, such a subtle little link.
Subtle
But seriously, check out D&D Beyond. We're so glad to have them back. They've been with us pretty much from the start, so we're really glad D&D Beyond's back. Use that referral link. I can't stress it enough. Really helps us out for people to go check out the site, pre-order something, create an account, just use it, do something, go to the site.
Oh
What was
my
that?
god.
The
Milo,
deal
are
is
you
so
okay?
exciting. Milo's just come in and shouted his head off. Like,
I was going to. I thought that was a child. I thought that was a human child making noise.
Milo, how excited are you that we're sponsored by D&D Beyond again? Nothing.
Oh, there he goes. Right, whilst Kim sorts out a cat, a couple of other quick things, because I do want to get to the recap and the Dun-Duns. Next week is D&D Celebration Live. It's a whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, of D&D content over on the D&D Twitch channel, celebrating a bunch of new books like Rime of the Frost Maiden, as well as Tasha's Something of Everything. I can't remember what the actual title is. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, I think it's called. Cauldron of Everything, which includes like loads of new character options, player optional rules, variant rules, etc. We will be taking part in that in two ways. All of us will be playing in a special Rime of the Frost Maiden one-shot on Sunday. So next Sunday, rather than regular High Rollers, we'll be doing a special one-shot that's 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. UK time. So it's an hour before, and it's only 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Come and check that out. That'll be on the D&D Twitch channel. Please do come over and say hi and spread the word and make High Rollers seem really cool while we're doing that. But also, Kim is doing, she is appearing as a player in another one-shot on Saturday, 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. With Adventurers Wanted, I think, and a bunch of other really cool people.
Yes.
Some good folks over there. You should go and check that out as well. So that's next weekend. Go and check that out. Twitch.tv/D&D, Saturday and Sunday, 4 till 6 p.m. Go and watch those. Also, just general reminders. Don't forget you can support Kim's new charity. Kim, what's the name of it? Tell us.
And the virus
Because
of
I know you-
racism. .com, but the crowdfunder it's in chat. Nightjar's got my back. The link will be in chat.
Nightjar's got
We need money. We need lots of money. We need so much money.
You
Oh
just
my
hit
god.
20K?
No,
I
we're not.
heard on Friday.
We're not even close to 20K. We're on 18.
What were you close to? 18, that
We
was
were
it.
close to 18.3, and we were like £3 off of that. But now we're over it. But you should
Get
get
it
us
to 20K.
Get us to 20K.
Get us to 20K.
Yeah, get us to
Do it.
20K.
Yeah.
End the virus
Do
of racism in the UK.
Yeah.
Specifically, racism against Asian, Southeast Asian folks who are suffering from everyday racism.
Yep.
And then the other one, I was just going to... Two more things really quick. One, watch Knights of Evening Star. It's a new D&D show, IDM, over on the D&D Twitch channel with Anna Prosler, Mika Burton, Nate Sharp, and Shady Penguin. It's really, really fun. It's actually... I think a lot of people are really enjoying it. I want more people to come and watch it. Come and watch that. It's also available on YouTube and as a podcast as well, so you can check that out.
Yep.
And then finally, our favorite thing in the world is seeing fan art of Aerois. If you've got fan art, if you're like, no, they don't care about seeing my art, post it on Twitter, send it to us. We love it. Send it to us. I love fan art. It's the best thing
It's the
ever.
best thing.
Yeah.
More.
Best.
The best thing.
More of it.
Damn best thing.
Damn best thing. That's it. Those are the only other things I wanted to mention. Let's do some dun-duns, and then I will do the recap, and then we'll play some D&D.
Dun-duns.
Yeah.
Right. 3, 2...
Yes!
You can do it. Hello, welcome back to Aerois. Within the Astral Sea, after calming the creature known as the Frost Watcher and convincing it to allow them to pass through the shifting straits, our party have emerged with their home plane of Aerois in sight. But between them, a powerful Valkyrian Empire fleet of astral ships and the protector of Aerois, the Sunship. Through clever use of Magitech and working together, the party improvised a short-term cloaking effect over the Twin Star and managed to get ahead of the Valkyrian fleet before being stopped and pulled into the Sunship to meet with the Titan called Palador. Palador spoke with the party, explaining much about Aerois, his powers in the Sunship, and left them all with a dire warning and instructions. Within 1 year, the cradle that protects Aerois from planar interference will fall. The Titan's mother, Siaska, a true goddess and creator of Aerois, will be reborn, but weakened. With his warning, Palador permits the party to pass through the cradle, and sends them home. And that is where we begin, my good friends, with the blue skies, the clouds and blue skies, over blue ocean, a distant landmass of tall, rising mountains, thick forests. You are back home on the material plane. The Twin Star, as you are in position, the Twin Star does seem to be struggling in the atmosphere of Aerois. The ship shudders, and Thalia curses as it reacts sluggishly to her commands. Well, I certainly hope you know how to get to wherever you need to go. Something about your world is interfering with the ship. It's not moving very fast. We may have some slight issues. We seem to be all right for now.
Okay. Let me take a look at the surroundings, figure out where we are, and where we need to go.
Sure.
I mean, I'm just literally looking at, like, the mountains, the stuff as we were coming in, like any continents I might have seen.
Yeah, I think as you were coming down, Quill, with your background, being trained in navigation and knowing Aerois as a messenger, you suspect you would roughly pinpoint yourself. You don't have an accurate location, but judging by the terrain, the types of the mountains, the thick forests, you suspect that you are north of the continent of Al-Saraf, which is the northern continent that stretches along the top half of Aerois.
Shit, that's pretty far away.
It is somewhat far away. It is, if you are on, depending on which part of it you are near, you will be closer to either Voxar or closer to the Starfall Archipelago.
Yeah, and where do we leave the ship? Was that the Starfall as well?
Porto Sovrano.
You tell me.
So...
Ah, crap.
Where did
Let me
you
just go
leave the
through
ship?
all these notes. Like,
Yeah, so
10
we-
episodes worth of space shit.
We holidayed on Porto Sovrano.
Holidayed.
Well, it was a holiday until all the gnolls and the Hadar and the eating. Which is in the Hawkstone the word I can never say, archipelago.
Archipelago.
That.
Yes, the Hawkstone Archipelago, which is just off the southeast coast of the continent of Voxar, which is where the Valley of Storms are, where Mirskir, where you met Aerois, a continent that you have actually been to and know very well. Lucius will chime in. So, Birdie, do you know where we're going, Quill? We are definitely home, yes?
This is definitely Aerois. It's just we need to make sure.
Thank
the ship.
goodness.
How much distance can we get out of the ship before we have to land?
Well, Thalia looks around. I don't think that we have to land. It's just the engines. I'm getting about half power. We just won't be traveling very fast. Normally, the Twin Star is exceptionally fast, even in atmosphere, but here it's sluggish. It's not as agile as it was. Something about your world is interfering with it.
Okay.
Is it maybe best to fly higher? I'm sure a ship like this would attract attention.
I can keep us above the clouds, yes. I can keep us above the clouds for now.
Thank
It
you.
may be difficult to navigate. We might need to dip down from time to time. Roughly what direction should I be heading in, Master Quillick?
About southwest.
All right.
Quill, you should contact Aerois and ask where the ship is, if she's still at Porto Sovrano or has moved on.
Good idea. That's I really should do that. Okay, in that case, I will do. Do I have sending prepared? I do. Good.
I don't know, do you?
I'll cast sending and
Okay.
say we are back in Aerois, north of the place you just said,
El Seraph.
El Seraph. Where are you currently? Yes, guys.
Okay, you got 5 words left, but I'm guessing you don't want to use them. There's not too much of a delay, but you do get a message back from Aerois of clear skies. Good to have you all back. Still not sure exactly where you went. We are still in port. Air travel restricted. Be careful. Missing airships.
Oh.
Oh, right. Okay. I'll communicate that message to everyone else. Missing airships, air travel restricted. Right, so there's a question of A, how we get there safely, and B, where do we land so we don't immediately have everyone think we've got a ship like this now. How does everyone think we're not Starbane forces and just, attack on sight?
I'm
Did
fresh
they seem
out of...
like they would do that in the place at Porto Sovrano, Mark? Oh, it's actually got that area near it that's got the guns and stuff, remember?
Had a very large
that we did
fort
sail.
specifically
Yeah, it's
designed
actually been...
for. Although that was designed more for defending against airships and like sailing ships. You're not really sure how the weapons of Aerois, a lot of Aerois' weapons are ballistae and cannons. There are the occasional magical weapons, like Magitech weapons, but they're nothing as advanced as what you've seen in the multiverse now that you've traveled beyond Aerois. You're not sure how much of an effect these would have against the Twin Star, which has, magical shielding and, thick crystalline plate armor. You don't know. But whether they would attack it, you have no idea. I mean, something like this could be seen as an enemy threat. It could be seen as I don't know what that is, but I want it. Let's capture it. It could just be let go. People might just be like, oh, some weird airship.
Was Solorenze, the orchard, was that far enough away from the place? Because that's basically where we got teleported away from. So
yeah, you had to sail.
It took you
like half a day to sail from Porto Sovrano to Solorenze.
I wonder if that's a safe enough place. Like, we know the people there, they know us. They'll be spooked by a ship landing there, but we can immediately clear that up.
I mean,
but it's at least safe-ish.
We did clear out a lot of stuff for them, so they owe us a landing, right? Like a little landing.
We do also need to go back and tell them that the threat is now gone, because as far as they're aware, we went out and vanished. I mean, assuming, I don't even know how long we've been gone for.
That's a good point.
Aerois keeps saying it's only been hours, days, when we've been spending much longer in astral time. I don't know how it works up there.
Can you message one of them and say, going to be landing. Please don't shoot/do anything other than let us land safely. And then maybe Aerois can come and pick us up. So we don't have to spend half a day.
I'll just figure out how long it'll actually take to get there. Am I able to sort of judge that based on like a vague idea of where we are?
Well, I think as you guys have been talking, Thalia has been flying the ship above the clouds, but she's been making headway. Judging, it's difficult. judging by your current location, if you are over Al Saraf, it's a very large continent. It kind of stretches long ways above the northern section of the north section of Aerois as a world. After a few hours of traveling, Quill, you start to get a roughly better idea of where you are, judging by the mountain ranges, the forests. You suspect that you are closer to the western edge of Al Saraf, which would put you above Voxar, Mirskir. Still, at the rate you're currently traveling at, the Twin Star is definitely slowed down, but it's still quite quick. You suspect that it is going to take you maybe a day to get back to the Hawksdawn Archipelago, in terms of just pure traveling.
Okay. Yeah, again, communicate that. So what do you think we should do? Do we think travel for a day in this ship that could draw attention? Or, I don't know, maybe try and find a city or something that might have an airship port and we just fly to Sovrano?
I think
Does
we should
mean
keep flying.
Stashing the ship somewhere.
I'm all out of ideas.
I think let's keep going.
I had my big brain idea with the invisibility, and I think I'm worn. I need to. Oh God, I've got nothing. What?
I think let's keep going. I think it would. Maybe people will take us more seriously about these threats if we fly in on a, spaceship. Hey, by the way, fleet of Valkyrian ships up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't.
Alternatively,
I think if we land somewhere safe enough, then we should be okay. If we land somewhere where the people know us, it's not been as long here from what you said.
We could probably, something like this might be Gusthaven, perhaps. They have all sorts of strange airships and technology. It might be safer there than somewhere that we don't know in the lowlands.
How long does it take from Gusthaven to Portus of Rana?
The problem with Gusthaven is Gusthaven moves. So Gusthaven has its own flight path around the world that it follows. And you don't know exactly where it is. But it's the kind of place of, maybe as somewhere when you're thinking of somewhere to eventually take the ship. The Sky Cities might be a good idea.
If we go to Gusthaven now, I can communicate with him and Sky Prince Eridan. That was his name, right?
I know. What's the top?
We don't know.
Do you want to try using that name?
Trustworthy? No, don't know how super trustworthy.
No, that is true. That is right. We don't know exactly who we can trust. I mean, my sister, perhaps. If she mentioned that she had a workshop somewhere on Gusthaven, is that large? Perhaps is large enough for the ship? Perhaps.
Maybe. Well, either way, we're gonna need to get the storm chaser back.
I'll be honest.
I get it. Yeah, I kind of.
I get it.
I suspected as much, but we do need your airship. Do you not want to see your ship again?
Yes, we do. Yes, no, of course, yes, absolutely. Thalia will just kind of look around. I'll be quite honest with you. I don't like the idea of me abandoning my ship somewhere. I'd much rather stay aboard it as long as possible.
That makes sense. We're not planning on... Well, we want to find a place where we can store it where no one thinks that it's an enemy of theirs.
You mentioned this... You mentioned a place that Serrano or something like that, Serrano Ham. Perhaps that is. Who are the people there? You said that there were people there that you had to inform them, update them. What sort of people are we talking about?
Nuns.
They sound like people that we can probably trust not to start shooting us down, I imagine. I don't know if nuns are any different on your world as opposed to the rest of the multiverse, but seems a safe bet to me.
Depends what a nun's like for you.
That's very true.
Depends. Well, it does depend. The Valkyrian's nuns, the sisters of the Church of Valkyrian are not to be fooled around with. Other nuns, well, it depends. Quite peaceful sort, really.
They're wine-making nuns.
They
I
make
think
wine.
we should be all right.
Really expensive wine, by the way. Really expensive wine.
Oh, yeah.
That we
Yeah.
are owed as well, Lucius, don't forget.
Thalia does like, wine, you say?
Yeah.
I vote
think
for the
let's go there.
winemaking nuns.
Winemaking nuns. Two for winemaking nuns.
Perfect. It
making
just
nuns
means
here.
a day of traveling. All right,
All
four
So, yeah.
votes.
Fine.
4 votes.
Okay. Thalia will keep the twin star above the clouds, which means that for the most part, she dips down every now and then so that Quill can sort of orientate himself and go that way and point in the direction that you need to be
stick my
traveling
head
in.
out of the window and put my tongue out.
This way.
I know, just like a dog.
But yeah, you do manage to make your journey, and staying above the clouds, something which even airships often struggle with, is going sort of above a certain altitude on Aerois. But the Twin Star is able to do that. You do not encounter other airships. You do not encounter sort of any other problems. Is there anything you'd like to do in that day of travel, like aboard the Twin Star? Maybe your last chance.
I mean, I guess update on the whole Palador meeting, because that was a thing, huh? We got a key.
I mean,
to
what do
the-
you mean? Have a chat internally?
I mean, yeah, kind of. Like, I just need to
Sure.
make heads and tails of this
Yeah.
entire situation.
Yeah.
I'm overwhelmed. Like,
Sure.
so we've got a key to the
Group
halls
meeting
of infinite
time! Group meeting time! Let's all gather
Yes.
around.
Thank you, Lucius.
You're welcome.
So, we know where the halls are now, right? We've got a key to get into it, Palador's key. Do you want me to try and get Hesper's key, or shall we just focus on getting back to the skyship first, or what's the plan?
I mean,
how do we approach this?
we
How
got-
do we take down a Titan?
We got
Uh,
time to kill,
yeah.
right? And it seems like Hesper's probably the best bet, given that you two are like tight and stuff. But I think
We are
that
pretty
it's kind of
tight.
an odd. It's a bit of an odd thing to ask because he'll probably ask you how you know about it, why you want it. We don't technically know. Yes, Lucius was holding his hand up.
Perhaps I'm a little confused about so many things. It's all just been so much traveling through astral space and escaping from evil demon lords and all of this sort of thing. I wouldn't mind if somebody could perhaps refresh my memory over all the different things that we have going on, because there's the valley with Quill, and then you have there's the meeting with all the lords and the leaders, and now we've got to get this magic god key to go and are we fighting gods? Are we not fighting gods? What about the cradle? What then we have Callus. We need to rescue Valor. There's so many
I'm looking
things.
at Nova.
So many things. I'm lost.
Everyone's head
Please
slowly
help.
turns to Nova.
I just had a small interjection as I remembered.
Yes.
That little shit of a dragon is still on the ship, and he's gonna
Yep.
be real pissed.
Yep.
That little
What do we
shit.
do about the little shit
Should
dragon?
we just kill
What
the
do we
little
do?
kill the little dragon? Just kill the little dragon.
But then the Dragonborn will know.
I-
And
no,
then
no,
won't
no,
that make it
no.
worse?
Yes, it will make it worse.
It could look like an accident. It's
I
fine.
don't
Wow.
think we can- No, I don't think we can
Look, it's evil.
banish a dragon.
It hisses at us.
It's
We should probably
it's a
keep the
bad.
Dragonborns
It's
on our
not
side,
Harris
though.
trained. It's not Harris trained, but yeah, with the Dragonborn, they do not trust us, and we're currently flying around in what they would only assume is a Valkyrian ship. If we encounter
This is
any
true.
Dragonborn on this journey, we're done. We're dead. Oh, by the way, Thalia,
We-
Dragonborn. They're here.
We did
Yes,
also. We locked the little dragon in a cupboard, so I think it's already pissed at us anyway. Meaning the dragon's probably already pissed at us anyway. Then we disappeared off the radar. We're in trouble anyway. Why not just,
True.
kill the little hissing dragon? Get out of
So
our hair.
new pin in the list of things that Lucius is confused about. Deal with small dragon. Another one.
Yes. Okay.
But
So
can we recap all of those things?
So let's start with the
Okay.
meeting. All
Yes.
of the
Well,
Sky Prince
how long have we
Aradan,
gone
which
till that?
is his name.
What was that, Century?
No.
Well, how long have we got until it happens? We had, what, was it 5 weeks before we left? Something like that? How long
Yes.
has it been?
I mean, we've been away for 2
We don't know.
weeks?
We don't know
I mean,
how long
were
it's been
we-
here.
Not in
I don't
Aerois
know.
time, but how long in astral space time were we away for?
I mean, it's probably been like 2 weeks, I think, because it was about 12 days since you left Elysium, and you had about a day on Elysium. So, give or take, as a Grat, you spent an extra day there. So, yeah, you're probably looking at about 2 weeks you've been in astral space.
Okay, so
about
astral time,
3
we've been away for that long. I don't know how long that is in Aerois time, but we need to figure that out first before we figure out how long left until we have this meeting. But the meeting is Sky Prince Aradan told us about every Erosian leader meeting up in one place, one very insecure place, one
You do-
location.
You do realise Starbane is absolutely going to attack that meeting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's why I guess either we need to be there or we need to warn people away from it. Find out Starbane's plan so we can actually stop the meeting from happening, potentially. I don't know. That's one. That's one thing. The ship sounds very weird at the moment. Thalia, are you
It's very
okay? Is the ship
creepy.
okay?
Sorry, yes,
Thank
it's
you.
this something about this atmosphere. It's making the engines give out an awful noise,
Is that Big
sounding
Cat?
like some sort of
It
space
could have
cat.
been just Big Cat.
It could have been
making,
Big
like,
Cat,
a-
yeah.
You might have a
very
bad time.
pathetic noise.
Okay, so that's the meeting. Number 2,
Mhm.
the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn, they don't like us. They're spying on us. Well, I say spying on us right now. They've got sent a dragon to monitor us, to make sure that we're not the bad guys, even though for some reason they think we are. That kind of ties into number 3, the Valley of Storms, which is currently cloaked in storm and thunder, and Johan is waiting for us there. Johan! Oh no!
He's going to be
there.
so mad.
Yeah.
He's gonna be real mad.
But remember, I had the vision that involved Sentry, who now looks like the Sentry that I saw in the vision, and also Ayla, who is basically
I
now
don't
lightning
want to
rod.
be a lightning rod. I'm
Oh,
not.
come
I'm not a
on.
lightning rod.
You're
I'm
more
still just
badass
me.
than that. You'll be
It's-
fine.
It's not that
Ah.
bad. These guys just chucked a load of spells at me. It's okay. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I know, but the storms at the storm wall, they're just not natural. They're not right. Ugh.
I mean,
Something about them.
your stormy powers aren't exactly natural.
I can handle those though. I can deal with that. That doesn't hurt me. They do.
Okay. But in the vision, there was also a dragon that chased after us in that one too. So that's why it ties in. Number 4, Palador told us to kill the Titans.
Oh,
Or
Yeah.
relinquish their power. By the time we had less than a year, I think it was, to stop the cradle from
Didn't-
falling. Or when the cradle falls, Siaska will be reborn in her purest form when there are less Titans around.
Yes.
So that means
It
we need to-
wasn't. Yeah. Just to be clear, it's not that if the Titans relinquish the power, the Cradle will remain. The Cradle will fall within a year. Palador was like,
Yeah.
"Yep, that's going to happen." But the more Titans that give up their power, the more powerful Siaska will be when she returns. Otherwise, she'll be heavily weakened.
Didn't you tell us of a vision you had of the Titans fighting in the halls? So there's
yep.
a
Telecus,
chance.
he's not going to agree. I can tell you that much from the vision alone. He's not going to agree. He started to fight against Hesper. Grabbed him by the throat, actually. But that could mean that Hesper's at least on our side. We have a key to get into the halls. I think Hesper would be the one to give it to us. I could be wrong. But again, that vision ended with the halls exploding. For lack of a better word.
Yeah.
So maybe that was the cradle falling. Possibly. Again, a potential vision. Not necessarily the truth. Or the future.
And then the next thing on the list is rescuing Valor from the Tassadar.
Oh, I somehow forgot about that. Oh.
Yeah.
At least we know where it is. It's right there. Woo, found it.
It was.
Yeah.
It was on the outskirts of astral space around Aerois. Yes, along with many other ships.
So we have teleport codes to get straight into that. We've got allies ready to take on the place, I believe.
We should actually tell them where it is, because, you know.
I know they have
That's on the
teleport
list.
codes
Add
either
it to
way.
the Lucius, put that on
Yes.
the. Put on.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've not been
tell-
writing
tell the
anything
people.
down. I am assuming Nova's
Okay.
written everything down. I was just very confused, which is why I was asking.
I think
Okay.
Nova's a bit tired. she did, you know, have her big
Quill
brain
should
moment.
write it down.
It's fine. I've got it. It's fine. Mental notebook. Photographic memory.
Perfect. Good. I mean, I'm not sure how photographic helps with the conversation, but
Yeah, I don't even know if
Absolutely.
we have photographs. I don't know if photographs have been discovered yet here. But anyway, astral photographs. It's
holographic
fine.
memory.
Some sort
Yeah.
of weird Magitech phrase.
Magitech
photographic,
memory.
you know.
Right, yeah.
Crystal
Holographic.
memory. Everything's
Is there anything-
crystals. Everything's
Crystal.
crystals.
Crystalline memory.
Trying to think anything we're missing. Updating
I
the
mean,
nuns.
There is.
Well, there's
that-
always just the Go on.
Oh, sorry.
Nova.
There is that shard of Tiangong that we were going to go and rescue from under the sea.
Shard of
but I-
Tiangong. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how much of, well, it's a priority to me, but I don't know about the rest of you because we have so many priorities.
Well, yes, but we know that Tiangong is a powerful ally, and that the more shards you get, the more intelligent they become, and maybe they'll have some answers to things. So I think that we should still consider it a group priority for certain.
Thank you, Lucius.
Forgive
Yeah,
the
I
question.
absolutely.
think when we get to the ship and find out, you know, how long it's been, what's going on, if the little shit dragon's still alive, if we don't get shot down by anything, you know, always a possibility. Then we can maybe write a list down of priority order for things to tackle. But definitely we're in
Yes.
the area of Tiangong, right? Right?
Well, the
Roughly?
Hawksdawn, it wasn't far from it, wasn't it? Because we were
No.
going to go there after the nuns.
Yeah.
So we can, you know, swing by on the way to use me as a human elven lightning rod thing. Do some other things. But it's definitely on the list. Don't worry, it's on the list.
Yes.
How did we get so much responsibility? Lucius, can we just go back to Spell Clash?
No. As much as I would like to, Quill, no. Sentry, what about you? You and the Guardians? Is there something we should be adding to the list for you and the Guardians as well? You're the Prime.
I would like to rescue the Guardians. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe going back to Kelly's Rest at some point and trying to help with Tracker.
But I
And
wouldn't
then
mind some
maybe-
time.
Maybe
Well,
going to the City of Glass.
maybe once we've dealt with some of these more higher priority lists, it would be a good idea for us. I wouldn't mind going back to Gusthaven and spending a bit more time with Adair, perhaps. I think that I know Nova has been missing her family for some time. Perhaps we could all we've been gone for so long, and we've been in such a rush since the Sparrow Blade. Perhaps we should find some time to deal with some personal matters as well.
That sounds like a good idea.
We don't know when we might get another chance, after all.
Yeah. I miss my parents.
Yes,
Okay.
Perhaps we go our separate ways for a few weeks just to deal with these things. Tidy up our personal affairs, perhaps.
It could be a possibility.
I don't
if it's
have
safe
any
to
of
do so.
those.
Well, you do now, Ayla. You
Yeah.
have Rethra,
Oh,
and
shit.
you know a
Yeah,
bit
that's
more.
How do you deal with your personal things?
Talk
How do you
Oh,
do that?
you don't want to ask me that question. You've seen how I
Yeah.
deal with things.
Yeah, he very quickly became the captain of a skyship. I'd say that Lucius actually dealt with it very well.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm.
Outwardly. Anyway, I think that's everything. That has to be everything.
Okay, so I'm up to about 11 points with several addendums and a few tabs and side notes. Right.
Marvel.
Oh, that'll be an appendix. Okay, I'll add that in.
I suppose we should check in on him, shouldn't we? Well, maybe we should see Arvel after we rescue Valor. That would be a lovely surprise for him.
It would.
Yeah, that really would.
Good point. Okay, so put that one after the Tassadar thing.
Okay. I mean, it's not really a numerical list, it's more of a wall of just circles and lines right now. I don't really have any time expectations on this. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. All right, in that case, I think that's everything. I think we're actually somehow, for everything there is, caught up. Right? Good. Yes? Good.
Quill, was there
Spicy
anything...
Asker, that is a lot.
Was there anything you wanted to do, Quill? Like, anything you... No?
Valley of Storm.
Valley of Storms, okay. Valley of Storms. Oh boy, I need a new quilt.
Oh, we also have all of the... We found a lot of those magical relics, and we have all of that platinum, and we have lots of money. What should we do with that? Should we upgrade
Ooh.
the ship? Should we get new things for ourselves? Ayla, your hammer, perhaps? We could find a way to make it even more powerful. Or Sentry, we could find more things for Sentry, perhaps?
Yes, please, hammer, please. Let's just, help me smash more faces in better ways. Please.
We've got the armor that we found, that Starbane armor, but if we repaint it, maybe it could become Sentinel Prime armor, and, that's kind of a big stick in the eye to Starbane, isn't it? Like, we've taken your armor, and now it's Sentry's armor, and...
Haha! We could, Quill, I still need to finish that project, the project Flock together. But do you still want it? Because, I mean, you can fly now, sort of, but do you want it? I could, yeah.
I can fly with spells, and last time I forgot that it was a spell, I almost fell into the astral space. So I think if you have time, yes.
I mean, all I need is an air elemental to beat up, or we could, if we use some of the money that we have, I'm sure we could buy some air elemental essence or something that summons an air elemental. I forgot how to do it, sorry.
Didn't we have a scroll, or did someone offer us one? I think there was an offer to buy one, but we said no, because Nova could summon them, and now she can't summon them.
Yeah, hit on the head too many times. I think there was a blacksmith or a specialist in Porto Sovrano, because we were talking about it with
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
There was the fabulous fellow.
Yeah. Equally fabulous fellow. Equally to you, Lucius.
Yes, very.
Okay.
As Mark now desperately tries to find notes on Porto Soprano so I can remember their
I think there definitely was,
things.
because we went around.
Yeah, there was.
We went around a few places with a limited amount of money to try and get all the things that we needed done, and that was the whole scroll dilemma with the 8,000 gold scroll
Still
that Quill wanted to.
So Thalia, that's our business. Now that you're in Aerois, though, what do you want to do?
Vishan.
Sorry?
There was an Ember Elf called Vishan, and he was an enchanter at the Dale Geld shop.
Ah, yes.
I mean, if his name changed, we wouldn't have known.
His name, no, you would have known, because I know that Nova keeps notes on things. I'm just trying to find my notes on that city. But you asking Thalia what she wanted to do. You see a moment where Thalia's eyes kind of flick out of the cockpit into the open sky. One of her hands comes up and just kind of tickles one of her snakes that she has coming out of her head, her hair. Well, now that You mentioned that perhaps there might be someone on your world that could break this curse, this spell. I suppose search for them. Start exploring your world, I suppose, trying to see if there is anyone that can help me.
I'd be up for that. That's definitely something on the list. That's on the list. Put it on the list. I've
No, Nova,
No,
please.
it's on the
You
list.
read it. Listening in on your conversation, you have so much to do already. This is something I need to do, and it is by no means as important as everything that you all have to come. I wouldn't imagine to impose myself upon you. There's no need, really. I think in a way perhaps it's better if I find this path myself.
I mean, I've already circled it in red ink, and red ink is my rarest ink, and it's important to me, and I've always believed that if you want to get something done, give it to someone who's already got loads of things to get done, because then they'll get it done faster,
Very well. Well, I am happy to... I think that perhaps if it were entirely up to me... The Twin Star, as it currently is, I'm not sure it's going to be much use to you. I don't know how long it will last in this atmosphere. It seems to be fine, but the ship is not well. I can tell that it is not adapting to this atmosphere. So perhaps that is my first task, is to find a way to get the Twin Star to function in Aerois. That way I can transport you faster, or something of the like. But you have your own ship as well.
Well, at risk of turning the Twin Star into something it's not, we do have an airship that's looking for upgrades. And you have a ship that is far superior to anything we have that doesn't quite work in Aerois. Maybe mix the two together.
But then...
I mean,
you
I know
can
it's
see
a
her
ship.
like mouth
That's a-
kind of like...
That's a big ask, Quill. Like,
I know it is.
You
I
are
know it is.
literally asking Thalia to take apart her personal ship and then possibly never have a way to get back into space again.
I mean, she wants a ship that can fly around Aerois.
I'm sure we can retrofit it with something. I can adapt it.
I mean, if
Certainly
we go to
studying the
Gusthaven at any
Magitech.
point-
Yes, if
Yeah.
they have shipwrights there, perhaps there is something that we could investigate there. But also, I imagine that the Twin Star has Magitech that you do not have here on Aerois. There may be a way to study it, copy it. I don't know what this Gusthaven place is, but if they have people that have magical knowledge, I'm sure it could be replicated now that you have something to study and examine. Nova already has a good understanding of how the infernal engines work. Perhaps that'll be the greatest problem, is securing a power source large enough.
I think you.
I am
very
reluctant
well with
to-
Lucius' sister.
Perhaps. I am very reluctant to give up the Twin Star entirely. I'm more than happy for it to be studied, but I would not wish to take it apart.
Okay, that makes sense.
And, not to put a finer point on it, if this cradle that protects your world comes down within a year, it does mean that I could leave if I wish to. Providing I'm not
True.
Fair point.
killed or destroyed in a year.
Yay.
True. Okay. I think
Well,
that
we can
pretty much
examine
sums
it.
it
But
up.
for now, I will get you to these nuns, and then you can rendezvous and decide your next steps, perhaps. And with that, unless there's anything you guys want to do in the day, we can speed up some time. But if you guys want to have any conversations, if you want to do anything, now's the time to say.
I think we can end the clip show that this episode has somehow become. And then,
Montage!
yeah,
A little bit.
all the hits.
Sure. Okay. Within a day, the Twin Star dips down from the clouds, and you now see the more familiar island chain of the Hawksdawn Archipelago. You can see the volcano, Volcanos, where once the Prime rested before being transferred to Sentry. Just on the very edges of this island chain, it rises up, the largest mountain of all of them. And you can see dotted along these island chains small settlements and houses as you streak through the sky, hoping that nobody will notice you from flying up on such a high altitude. And very quickly you come to see the vast growing fields of vines and orchards that belong to the Vintare Solorense, the Sisterhood of the Vine. Thalia manages to find a small valley which the Twin Star fits into, and brings the ship down in probably about a few minutes. You know, you're probably still going to have a short walk to the actual monastery where the Sisterhood were, but within walking distance. Thalia turns to all of you. Well, I will remain here. I'm going to try tinkering with the engines to see if I can figure out what exactly is the problem. Kyrie, Big Cat, I'm assuming you're more than welcome to leave if you wish, but if you'd like to stay here. Kyrie, the harpy, kind of looks outside, and you can see her like looking through the windows at this new world, and she's just like, "No, I think I'll stay here. Actually, Thalia, it's very odd out there, and people might think that I'm some sort of monster and try and kill me too. So I think I'm safer in here, actually."
It's not super far off me, is she?
I mean, she almost looks like the cross between like an elf and an Aarakocra, because she has these big feathered wings that have like clawed hands like you do, but then she has these bird-like feet, but then her torso and her face is very much lithe elven-esque in appearance. But her clothing is very multiversal, like, you know, she's basically wearing sort of very not modern but sci-fi looking outfit and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone. Aerois ground. The ground of Aerois. Aerois dirt. Aerois air. Aerois clouds. Aerois sun? What time is it?
Yeah, it's near midday, for sure.
I never thought we'd see this again.
The
Yeah.
doors open.
Big
The
cat.
smell of thick foliage, of freshly tilled earth, crisp air, and the warming touch of the sunship hits your skin and your senses as you step down and feel soft earth beneath your feet. It feels lighter here than you remember, or perhaps just the places you visited were heavier. But there is a lightness, there is a peace, calm, quiet that you know is home.
You smell that, everyone?
I'm gonna walk off the ship and just go and lie face down on the grass.
Okay, so just like smothering your face in like soil and grass, and yeah, sure.
Yep.
There are little sort of like beds of wildflowers that grow here and there through the valley. You can hear birds singing somewhere in the distance.
I'll just roll over and look at the sky and just lie there.
Lucius comes in, gets on his knees, and just starts like he's almost like going to kiss the dirt, but he doesn't get. He kind of gets super close, but then doesn't get close enough to actually touch it. And he's just like, "Mwah, oh, lovely! Oh, I never thought I'd miss the lowlands. Oh, goodness me! Even the lowlands are wonderful." Ah.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I've got some grass
Oh.
stains on my trousers. He gets up.
It's funny though. We're back, and obviously it's great that we're back, but I won't lie, guys. I can't wait to go into space again. I've had a taste, and I want to go back and explore more. I want to go back to Ganas and see what happened there. But I'm happy you're happy. I'm happy we're home. And this is good. This is good. But yeah, I wouldn't mind going into space again.
Even though
It
we're
was
back in
thrilling.
Aerois, we are so much closer to getting back there than we ever were before. Before it was impossible, but we know that we can now. Somehow, through teleportation, through anything, we know it all exists.
Yeah.
The rest of Aerois has not done anything close to what we've just experienced, and yes, I wouldn't ever want to experience it again. I'm happy to be home, but we can, and one day we will.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't like being in the air. Anytime we've been in the air, it doesn't go very well. So I think the ground is great.
That's fair.
Sentry.
We should all be extremely proud of ourselves. We've been through so much, and we've seen far more than any Aerosian could ever dream of seeing. We've fought with enemies we've never even seen before, and we've made it all that way, and we've come back home. I think we're so much more capable than we think we are. And Thalia, you've been commendable, and we couldn't have done any of this without you. Thank you so much for getting us home.
Yeah, Thalia, she's kind of sat on the steps that lead up into the Twin Star, and you can see she's kind of looking around at the valley and the greenery. There's a very wistful look as she's looking around, but as you say these words, you do see her kind of pretending like she's like coughing, like, oh, I've got some pollen or something in my eyes. And she just nods and says, "Thank you, Sentry. That's very, very kind words. I must admit, before Azagrat, you were just customers. I was going to drop you here, and then that would be it. That would be my job complete. Payment for a job done. But after what you all went through on Azagrat for me, bringing you home is the least I could do." She just kind of nods.
Plus, we're delightful company, right?
Some of you
Especially
are. And she kind of smiles. You can see Big Cat has kind of like prowled down the steps and is like sniffing at the grass. It's like touching it weirdly, like, this is weird, don't like it. And then he sort of like kind of pads around, kind of gets used to it, and then just starts running around, rolling over, and just sort of like playing around in the valley, chasing butterfly that flies past.
Okay, Thalia, I think we'll leave you to get as accustomed as Big Cat currently is. We'll be back when we figure out where we can go, where we can take you, where you can store the ship, everything like that. We just need to get back to our airship first.
Good. If need be, use your magic to contact me. Based on us flying here, I've done some preliminary sort of sketching out of the environment. I might be able to find a way if you can give me a vague direction to most places from here. So use your magic to contact me if you must, if you need to make a quick exit. And then that's it. The only thing is Lucius will come up to you, Sentry, and just kind of say, That was exceptional, Sentry. I feel that was a very lovely thing to say. You've really come more into... I feel like you're more Sentinel Prime now.
Oh, thank you, Lucius. I think I'm getting the hang of it, but having you and everybody around to inspire me has really helped. I mean, watching you all grow as well has, I think, helped me grow too.
Well, we couldn't have done it. We wouldn't be anywhere without you. You can just pat you on the shoulder. Rethra will make his way out of the ship as well. You can see Rethra looks a little bit tired, bags under the eyes, hasn't been sleeping very well, but as he gets out, you can see him just kind of stand on the grass, and he just closes his eyes and takes in just one big, deep breath. His kind of long, reddish-brown hair kind of flowing freely behind him. He kind of like undoes like his jacket and kind of lets his skin breathe for a moment. And you can see like just a moment of calmness just kind of passes over his face, and he just kind of like nods.
Welcome to Aerois.
It's funny. I don't have a lot of memories from my past lives of Alfheim, but this is close. The air feels the same. The earth feels the same. I can see why you wanted to come home.
Well, if you want to come with us, we're about to go and see where our ship is. You can maybe meet some more people. Or, I don't know. We can
Looks
show
around
you
for
some
a
more
bit.
of Aerois.
I think I maybe have had enough of ships for a while. I might stay here just a bit longer. Just acclimatize a bit. I think, and he looks at you, Ayla, I think too many people might be a bit too much for me right now. If I go into another crowded city like Zelatar, like Azagrat, I don't know if I can handle that just yet, since you've undid the damage that was done to me. I think I'll stay here just for a little while. Are there more people
Well-
that you said that there are other wild elves here, or you called them wild elves? There's more people like us here?
There are more people like us, but they don't... I haven't seen any with the same kind of gifts, the same powers.
They're not chosen like we are. Still.
No, but they are the same. They...
Hmm.
I grew up with a clan of them. None of them had powers like me. That was kind of why I left and then crashed on an airship. That wasn't great, but you know, the grind is good.
We're back. I lost you for a minute there, sorry.
Yeah. I think I agree with staying on the ground, to be honest. Ground is good. Safe. Safer.
You said you had there was a village where you came from. What are they called? Where is it? I might go there first.
The Aerois clan. They'll know me.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's an old Alfheim word like that. Edith. Means the free people.
They would take you in. They took me in. Clearly I'm not one of them. I'm like them, but I wasn't. Yeah. I was a bit
It
different.
might be a good place to start. I think it might be a good place to start. And be on the lookout. If there's anything... When the battles were fought here, with Valkyrian and Aerois, a lot of our kind, they abandoned Callus. They turned on him. They turned traitor. A lot of them. So there's more like me and you here. Legions of Chosen. Maybe they were, I don't know, maybe they hid amongst these other elves, the ones that you've found, like, the ones that are like us but not us. They're probably hiding with them, or maybe they've found a way to, I don't know, blend in. I'm going to try and look for them, I think.
If you find any, then yeah, let them know. Let them know that they're not on their own, because it sucks to feel like you're the only one that has some kind of weird thing that nobody understands.
He looks behind you at the walking bird man with one arm, the robot lady, the air ganassi scientist, and the fabulous elf, and the Medusa, and the big cat. And he says, like, yeah, but there's more, at least we've got people that we can find to be around. Still, I owe you my life. I'll repay it somehow. One day.
Just being able to talk to someone else from Alfheim, which I didn't even know about, that's payment enough. That's fine. But if things kick off around here, might call on you for a little bit of help if you were up for it.
Have your bird magic contact me, whatever it is he does when he speaks to people that aren't here. Have him message me and I'll find you. I promise you that.
It's good. And our ship is the Storm Chaser, if you hear of it.
Storm Chaser, Aerois. Got it. I'll stay here with Thalia just for a bit, make sure she's okay, but yeah. And he just kind of offers a hand.
I will take his hand and wish him well.
Yeah. does
Kind
the
of
same thing.
awkwardly, like,
Yeah.
doesn't really know what to do because
No,
that's
I
new for
think
her.
you both are in that position. Yeah, it's kind of there's this awkward moment, but he just shakes your hand and then sort of nods and then heads back towards the ship. Cool.
Oh, one last thing. If you do need to contact us, clear skies is kind of the code word for all good. It just means that it's definitely you. You're safe. You're not Starbane. I'm trying to spread the
Of course
word.
I'm not.
I'm not sure people are. Okay, I know. It's just so we know, just in case there's any messery. You know, messery.
If anyone's pretending to be a friend who isn't, if you say clear skies when we contact you, we'll know we've got the right guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and remember that, but I'm not making any promises.
Yeah, that's fair
Great.
enough.
Okay.
It's the
Well,
dumb code anyway.
sure. It's not.
Ayla will
It's
know.
helpful, just in case. Just wait for the day when someone doesn't say it, and then I'll have all saved you, and it would be the best. And everyone will say, "Wow, Quill, you're so smart for coming up with that code. And it was a really good code." Remember that moment,
I
Ayla.
think it's a wonderful code, Quill. I think it's wonderful.
Of course he bloody does.
Thank you, Lucius. Captain
It's a
Lucius.
very smart
We're back in
idea.
Aerois, Captain Lucius.
Indeed, yes, that is correct. I am the captain.
Oh dear.
Good.
Okay. Yeah.
Shall we go
That's
talk
it, it
to
was
some
this,
nuns
wasn't it?
about some wine?
Yeah, you guys
right
can
across
start
the middle
making
of
your
the
way
page.
in the direction of the monastery if you wish, leaving everything behind, unless there's anyone else.
I think so.
No.
No.
In that case, you begin making your way towards the monastery. It's maybe about halfway when you meet the nuns coming in your direction. They are armed, most of them with crossbows, swords, that sort of thing. You can see that they have a few human guards with them as well. And you see Abbotess Regina, Sister Meredith, a few of the other nuns that you had met before as they are coming towards you. And when they begin to recognize, you start off, they begin forming up a firing line. And then the Abbotess seems to recognize you and is like, hold fire, hold fire. And it's like, is it really you? And she's like calling through across this like field. How do we know that this is not some trick?
Clear skies!
You didn't tell them clear skies.
You
They
did
didn't-
tell them clear
I
You
don't
didn't
know what
tell-
that means.
It's us. It's
fixed-
us.
We fixed the knolls and the all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
It's us.
Um,
Come on, you don't remember anyone else who's this clear at describing things, right?
We went after Sister Gwendolyn.
Okay, when you say Sister Gwendolyn, you see that they all kind of like, oh, it's them. Where is she? And they begin making their way towards you.
Guys, I don't know how to tell them that Sister Gwendolyn didn't make it. How do I do it? I'm not really good at this. Who does this? Lucius, you can do it.
Just say that it didn't make it.
No, I'm not doing it. No. I think Quill should, or Sentry. Sentry's really good at speaking to people now.
Sentry
It's
or
very
Quill, I am
comforting.
the literal worst.
But yeah, the nuns make their way over towards you. You can see that they've got these kind of metal breastplates that are like coloured black, like their habits, so it kind of blends in. And then they have little rosaries and things attached to it, all emblazoned with the same symbol of this curling grapevine, which is the emblem of their monastery. Sister Abbotess Regina, with her eye patch, only one eye, is looking over everybody. I see that she is not with you. I'm assuming it's been several days now. We assumed that you had died when you had gone to fight the Gnolls.
days.
Several days. Okay,
days.
several days. Specifically, how many days? I know you say
I
several.
lost track.
Do you mean
Yeah.
7 days?
Yeah.
Or,
No, it's been longer than 7, perhaps. And she looks around. Sister Meredith, sort of little, sort of dwarven nun. It's maybe been 10, I think. 10 days
10
since
days.
you left.
Days. Okay.
When you went into the caves after Sister Gwendolyn.
Hmm.
Yeah, we really
We
got
found-
lost in those caves. Really lost.
Well, when you didn't come back after a few days, we came to explore it ourselves. There was nothing, just almost like a giant hole was ripped out of the stone, a sphere, like an orb of stone carved out, but nothing else was there.
Yeah.
I thought it was some sort of explosion that you'd all died.
Well, we didn't. We're fine. We're good. Hooray! Couldn't help.
I mean, the good news is the gnolls, you don't have to worry about them again. We dealt with that problem. So there's
Yes.
an update. Sorry it took 10 days to come back and update you on that, but that's the good news.
It is fine. I knew that when we sent you there that there was a chance that Sister Gwendolyn would not return with you. I understand, especially as you needed to rest and everything else. It is... At least we know what has happened. At least we know that she is gone from us and we can mourn now. But we are relieved to see you all returned and safe. That thing that you flew in from, though, we thought that it was the remnant or some sort of sky pirates or some such. What was it?
It's a ship.
We were
It's not the remnant. It's not the remnant. Very clear about that part. It's not.
Oh,
It's just a bit
yes,
different.
of course. But it is just unlike any airship that I have ever seen before, so it was a bit alarming, hence why we came with the guards. But it is with you, yes? The ship, that
Oh,
is
yeah,
how
yeah.
you came here?
yes.
Well,
yes.
then
Safe.
we need not worry.
Friends.
Then we need not
friends.
worry.
Big friends. Goodly
Very
friends.
good. Well, we gave you what we could the last time we met, but thank you again for everything you did for us. If you need food or rest, by all means, you are always welcome at the Ventare Solorense. If you need to transport back to Porto Sovrano, I can have Meredith and some of the guards take you there by boat, if need be.
Yeah.
I think that's the priority.
Of course. Yes, of course, my dear friends. I will send you with a bottle of our finest, and we will have you sent back to the port immediately. But what about your airship here?
Oh, wait, it's gonna be fine here. I was just gonna ask, like, as well as help. Do you mind just later sending some food over and maybe a bottle of wine? It'll be fine. Like, they're really friendly. They're really nice. Just we have more friends who perhaps need some supplies.
Of course, yes, of course I can. Yes. Whoever has brought you here has done us a favor as well. So yes, of course, I will have some food and drinks sent down to them. Of course.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, let us get you back to Porto Sovrano at least, and then from there you go about your business. But I can only once again say thank you for everything that you have done. Come, sisters, come, guardsmen. And she begins kind of mustering everybody together, and yeah, they lead you back to the monastery, and then the stone steps that lead down to a little dock, and yeah, you sail by boat. Again, nothing particularly adventurous happens. You do see some commotion as you pass the giant fort that rests between the two islands. You do see a little bit of commotion. You see guards sort of rushing about here and there, kind of pointing up in the sky in the direction that the ship came down in. Perhaps a little bit of somebody has been spooked. But yeah, you are returned to Port Sovrano, which is the big city in the Hawkstorm archipelago. It is late evening by the time you arrive in the docks. The docks are still very, very busy. This particular district is called the Barrels. It's very narrow, curved streets full of little tiny shops, antiquity stores, bars, and it's very busy. Sailors, dock loaders all still continue about their work, but now also many tourists, many people enjoying the nightlife of the docks as you arrive back. It's probably about sort of 8 p.m. Should we head back to the airship bay and to the storm chaser immediately, or did we wish to go and see the trader that you mentioned?
I'm not sure. Team, what do you
We
think?
could stay in the very lovely tavern again. It was very nice.
Let's get back to the airship. We need to make sure that everyone is appraised of the situation. Aerois mentioned missing airships as well, and that there might be some trouble there as well. So let's figure out what that is before we make our next steps.
Yeah.
All right, very well. You guys make your way to the airship tower, where, as you approach, you see the unmistakable silhouette of the storm chaser.
Yay.
It's black, curved, jagged, like hull carved to look like a looming shadow. It's tight, air sails, all kind of taken in as if it hasn't flown since before you left. All the sails have been taken in and stored away. It does not look ready to fly immediately. It's only kept aloft by the airship tower itself. But as you make your way up, a dock authority, a small, bald-headed, short-bearded dwarf kind of marches up like, no, sorry, you cannot come in here. This is for captains only. This is not for, it is too late for tourists for the tower. No. And he's kind of like pushing you back.
We have a captain and his officers here to see the storm chaser.
Yes, Captain Lucius Virian Elwin Elenasto of the Storm Chaser. That's my ship. He kind of looks a bit confused, the dwarf. But you already have people there. You have not. Hang on a minute, And he kind of like looks around and he calls out. He's like, "Hey, as the captain of that ship, the half-orc woman, bring her down." And he's like calling out. And then you see a familiar figure with a big hat and tall, long coat begins making her way down. And as soon as she sees you all, Aerois just is like, Yes, they're with me. Come on, it's fine. Bring them. That's the captain. I'm the first mate. That's the captain. It's fine. And the little dwarf is like, and he just kind of waves you past. And Aerois doesn't quite. I don't think she would run over to like. Would she run over for hugs, Ree, or would she be more of a sort of like, kind of like proper bow and sort of like, oh, it's good to see you all again? Because it's more your character than like an NPC.
I think she'd be trying to keep it together as best she could, so she'd be marching over, but quite fast.
Like, happily. Yeah, so it's kind of like a half run, half sort of like looking professional, and then a big sort of bow. She takes off her hat and sort of like big swooping bow. It's good to see you all alive. Good to see you all back. I know that you sent us messages, Quill, but we were a little worried that somebody was playing tricks with my head.
Well, it's where we were. Time is different. It's hard to explain. Look, we are just happy that you're able to look after the ship. We were gone for much longer than 3 days.
Yes, I will be expecting some recompensation from yourself and the others. We managed to do fine. Come, let's get aboard the ship. The crew will want to know that you're all back and safe as well. And she begins kind of like hustling everybody back to the ship. When you get back, it doesn't take long. You see Howard is up on the deck, and you can see him and Lancian are playing a game, like a chess game. They've got like a little table. Howard sees it, stands up, knocks the table over, all the chess pieces go everywhere, just as Lancian's about to make a move. Lancian's like, I was just about to win, Howard. And Howard's like, it's them! They're back! The captain's back! The crew are back! And he kind of like waddles over as his little legs will carry him. He's just like, oh, and he kind of like stumbles over. He tries to hug everybody. He will try and sort of like offer hugs to everybody that he can. Lucius is like, hey, yes, very good, Howard. I am the captain. It shouldn't be fraternizing.
Shouldn't be fraternizing. Lucius.
Lucius, of
let's
all
not
people.
talk about it.
Where's... yeah. Never mind.
I've learned my mistake.
Wow, I don't
yeah, there's
Essentially, give
definitely-
Howard a big hug.
call a mistake.
Yeah,
there's
Howard,
definitely
like,
a
oh, Miss
procedure,
Century, it's so good to see you again. He's like big
good to
hugs
see
and
you.
stuff.
And you, Lancian, as well, and the rest of the crew, wherever they are. I hope you've had a decent
Yeah,
enough
so-
break. I mean, 3 days, 10 days. You're welcome, I suppose.
Lancian he's very happy. He kind of bows to everybody. He's not as much of his youthful enthusiasm is there as it once was. You did notice before you went away that some of the battles had kind of shaken Lancian a little bit, but he is really happy to see you. But as the call echoes out, you begin to see more and more of the crew. Lookout, your guardian lookout, slides down the ladder from the crow's nest and immediately bows deep to Sentry. Sentinel Prime, I am glad to see that you have returned to us. I was worried what had happened to you.
Oh, don't worry. It looks like you've done a fine job keeping everybody safe.
It has been quite easy. My job as Lookout has been rendered somewhat simple by not going anywhere.
Well, hopefully we'll be staying here for not too much longer. Hopefully we'll be going off somewhere soon.
As long as that you are with us, Sentinel Prime, I am pleased. And he kind of just bows his head. Captain, officers, I am also pleased to see that you have also returned.
Us too. Pleased to be back. So we can actually continue flying.
Penny pops up from the ballista turret and just kind of waves. She's got like a big cigar in her mouth. And she just kind of is like, Captain, officers, where you been? I don't care. And then she goes back into the turret.
Have you been in the turret this entire time?
No. She's actually been doing some mercenary work, as a lot of the others have. She's been hired out as a bodyguard and security assistance. She's been kept busy. We've given her some time to practice her marksmanship as well. And then you begin to hear the padding of lots of feet coming from below. As you begin to hear howling and sort of baying as 10 beast walkers emerge from below decks. The wolf pack, led by Kamara, kind of stomp, half of them excitedly sort of like rushing in like, oh, something exciting's happening, let's all get excited. The other half kind of angrily stomping as you see Kamara, this kind of older beast walker, long grey hair, little kind of like sort of tufted ears sticking out of the whole mess of it, slightly flattened nose, just kind of folds her arms. You can see that she's got like scars down her face, kind of folds her arms. Well, seems that you finally decided to come back, Captain. We've certainly been enjoying our break, officers. I trust that we'll get a full brief of where you've been, what you've been up to. And she's looking particularly at Lucius and Quill.
Yes, we can give a full rundown once we are back into the air. I need to be a quartermaster again. I need to get all the supplies ready for the flight.
Yes,
how are we?
You do, Quartermaster Quill. You also will have some back pay to be issuing as well. We've had to spend most of our spend a lot of resources on making sure that we had enough supplies while we were here. It's all come out of our own pockets.
That's fine.
So
we can do that. That's absolutely fine. And we'll get wine for everyone from the nuns. The nuns wine.
The rest of the Beast Walkers are like, wow, free wine. He's like, yes, all right, calm down, you lot. Some wine would be nice, Engineer Nova. Perhaps some extra supplies as well. A good meal would be an excellent start.
Oh,
well.
Absolutely. We're sorry. We're really
and
sorry
a bonus.
for kind of leaving. Yeah, bonus, whatever. You can have anything. Just thank you so
Nova.
much.
Yes,
Nova.
anything you want,
Nova.
we'll give you anything
Nova.
you want.
What?
Absolutely,
Nova.
crew.
Wait.
They deserve it. They deserve
We
it.
Break
need
out the purse, Quill. Let's give them whatever they
Hang on.
want.
Let me quartermaster first, and we'll figure out exactly how much you will get as a result of us disappearing. We need to figure out supplies. There's things to figure out, but don't worry. A meal and a bonus is all but guaranteed.
And free wine.
Araya leans over and is like, I've kept a full record of exactly how much we've had to spend beyond what Nova gave us to start with. So in terms of what was owed, I can help you with that. There is one problem.
Has Howard been making the bathtub gin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have Quartermaster Quill, but only to sell to people here in the port. That's it. It's not for the crew. I've been selling it elsewhere, making a bit of extra coin. That's all. Not for us.
Good to know.
Oh, not for us to consume. Definitely not.
Okay.
Oh, I've missed Howard.
Doubt. Insight
Yeah.
check. Insight check.
You can make an
Yeah.
insight check if you like.
Nah, it's all
You
right.
don't need to.
No,
He
it's
remember
on his
when
face.
He cracked and he told us last
Yeah.
time. He just broke instantly.
Yeah. Aerois turns around and says, one thing, we do need to catch up and get everyone back on board, but I unfortunately have another engagement that I need to attend to, along with Kamara and some of the wolf pack. We are booked to fight at the Devil's Dance tonight, so we've been
Oh.
making a bit of extra coin by doing the gladiatorial fights. We're booked in for some bouts this evening, so
Oh my
we'll
God.
need to head back
I want
there.
to watch. Can we watch that?
Yes,
can
we
we
should.
watch?
In fact, perhaps a night at the Devil's Dance. We can leave a crew here to guard it, but that
Should
might
we
be
go
a
back
good way
there?
for us all.
Sentry kind of opened the entire arena last time she was there, remember?
Yeah, but they
It's-
took the money out
Okay,
from the earnings.
We
so it's
sorted it.
totally
It's
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
did.
that's-
I should point out that Taker has said that you are not allowed to fight in the arena again, Miss Sentry.
That's
that
fine.
was
We've
specific wording.
That's fine. Once was enough. I'll be honest. That's all the excitement I needed. That's good.
While you guys are having
I
this
just wanna
conversation,
watch.
Nova.
Mhm.
In fact, all of you would hear this, but Nova, you feel Tiangong pulsing, and you feel it kind of like tingling, and it says Helios, and you see the golden light beginning to kind of emerge from underneath the ship, as Helios, this big leonine sort of glowing figure made of like golden light, is making his way over. And you watch as he doesn't really have pupils, but his eyes and his head drift down to Tiangong in your hands. And you just see this giant leaning form just fall to his knees. Tiangong, I can feel your presence. You are you again. Yes. Helios. He looks up at you, Nova. You have kept your word, Nova Vija.
I said I would. I said this is the most important thing to me ever, and yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy you can see this.
I doubted you after some of the events that took place. I'm sorry for that. I saw your actions and thought you perhaps misguided at best, a traitor at worst. But to see Tiangong closer to the person that I respected, the figure, the being that I knew, it has relieved a lot of the pain for the last century. I am so pleased to see you again, Master. Gratitude. Hope. Pleased.
Oh.
I can see that Tiangong's sentience is not fully restored yet, but
No, there is still some way to go, and I mean, I hope that we can. The next shard is nearby, so hopefully in the coming days, maybe we can go and retrieve that one. But at least Tiangong has a voice and words and can do this. And I'll activate the shield mode, so the shield kind of pops out.
Which I don't think anybody else has seen yet. So you watch as Nova brings up Tiangong, brings her hand up to the hilt, and then pulls away, and this kind of buckler Tiangong appears along her arm.
Wow.
The shield form. That is how I first knew Tiangong. As a defender Eterna, it is one of the forms that we interacted with to learn from. Helios stands up, puts a big golden paw on your shoulder, Nova. Thank you. And with that, we're going to take a break.
Hey!
Nice.
Hey,
Oh.
break time.
No,
Very
it's
cool.
fine.
And I guess when we-
friends with Helios.
I've made friends after almost
It took a
blowing
long
up
time.
the ship and
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
almost
well, you've
started
proved that you've
starving.
proved what you said you were going to do.
Yeah.
And after the break, we will head back to the Devil's Dance. You guys can catch up with the crew a bit more if you want.
Yay.
You guys can do any kind of like shopping-y bits in town that you want to do. And yes,
And then it's next.
still an
step,
offer on that sequester
territory.
scroll.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the money now. How much money do we have now?
Lots.
You have a lot of money.
We have all
You have a lot of
money.
money.
All money.
We have all the money.
All the money.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
the money.
I have 300 platinum coins and 38 gold, and then Ayla has however many platinum bars.
I have 10 platinum bars worth 1,000 each, right?
Yeah, and I got a whole bunch of
1,000 gold
treasure.
each, yeah.
1,000 gold
So
each.
you have 10,000 basically. You're carrying 10,000 gold, Ayla.
Yeah. And I've got
damn.
loads of treasure as well.
Oh, she rich.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
treasure. You got a lot of magic items. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. All
Free
right, cool. Well, let's take a
wine.
break.
Nice.
Tommy Boy's going to read some messages.
Cool.
I
And
will.
then... Yeah, cool.
Yeah, okay,
right.
so
I'm going to just
Okay.
open my window and then I'm going to quickly get some air and then I'll be back,
full
Tommy.
Oh,
screen.
before you leave, I want to just quickly question this donation here. It's from Mark's Left Nut. It's probably a couple of zeros too many because it's $1,000.
What?
So
What?
Mark's Left Nut, just real quick, just double check
Is
that
that a
one.
mistake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
double check that.
Mark, is
Because
your
we can-
left
we
nut
can-
really rich?
It's,
You mean-
my left nut?
You've been
No,
rich this
maybe
whole
it's
time.
like Mark Zuckerberg's left nut because then it would be
Is
really
your-
rich.
I really
It's
don't
not
want to
my
ask this
nut.
question. Is your left nut sucked dry right now?
Is it sucked dry? No.
Wow.
It's quite hot
Is it
and
empty?
therefore sweaty in my room. It's not dry. It's moist.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I
cool.
don't want to know that
On
either,
that-
Mark.
On that, let's take a
Um,
break.
Yeah,
That's
if
insane.
that is
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah, I
um,
want to
very
listen
much
to this
that's-
dono.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, so it says-
Is there a message?
Mark's Left Nut says, hey guys, thought this would show how much I appreciate all the joy you have given me throughout the years. Love you all. Also,
yeah, just a bit.
does Kim remember, just a little bit, yeah, does Kim remember Tiangong can absorb other weapons and tools like the Forge Hammer she has had inside since episode 9?
Yes, I just don't have weapons.
So let's clarify that. Let's clarify that because a lot of people get caught up on this. It's not that it can absorb weapons as like some special ability.
Yeah.
We just use that as the way for Nova to, because Nova can, with Hexblade Warlock,
Yeah.
you can set a weapon to be your Hexblade weapon.
Mhm.
But because we had this connection with Tiangong, it was basically a way for Nova to use other magic items instead of Tiangong, but still keep it being Tiangong.
Mm.
The idea is that it's just a separate magic weapon. Right now, Tiangong is more powerful than a lot of other
I
stuff.
think
So
that's the thing, right? I still actually have
yeah.
Gadwin's hammer in my inventory,
Yeah.
but I don't really
Yeah.
want to use
it's
it
just
because
it's now a separate hammer, basically.
Yeah, I've got
it's because you're just using
multiple-
Tiangong as a weapon.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
it was
so,
it was just basically a way to kind of make
yeah,
it so that
hex
Nova
weapon.
could still use Tiangong but wouldn't lose out on cool magic weapons in the early game. So, yeah. Anyway, very intentional apparently.
That's,
Wow, that's
you
crazy.
so
crazy
much.
generous. Thank you so
Uh,
much.
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Thank
we need
you.
yeah, cool.
Crikey.
Well, thank you.
Whoa.
Let's all go get drinks,
Well-
go take pee breaks.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna
I'll be
go
back
for
in a
a
minute.
drink, Tom.
Oh,
I
2
will
seconds,
carry on with
just
the
get a
other
drink.
donate. Thank you very much. Again, Mark's Left Nut. B Doof has donated with some love for the homebound boys. Oh, it's true, we're back. We're home, finally. Gibby Gibson. I love reading that one. Gibby Gibson. With a very generous donation, long-time watcher, first-time donator. Finally managed to catch up on the main campaign as well as Strahd, and loving every second of it. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you very much. Joshua McDonald, 314. Hi, guys. I just want to say a massive thank you to Mark, as you have been such an inspiration for me. I'm now helping run the D&D side of a society at university. Awesome. And I'm DMing my first game on Wednesday. This is all thanks to Mark, and I can't thank you enough. That's very, very cool to hear. Very, very good luck on Wednesday as well with the DMing. JJR2404. Hi, High Rollers. I just wanted to say thank you for all the hard work you do. I've been a VOD Goblin and finally caught up on the question. One question for Katie. Would there ever be an Echo plushie for Katie by the merch side? Also, I have made my own characters
sorry,
using D&D Beyond. Oh, hi.
I'm here. Probably
Hello?
not. They're very, very complicated to get done well. So, and I don't know if we'd sell a lot of them, but maybe? I don't know. It depends on interest. They can be expensive to manufacture.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where if we ever did it, it would take a long time for us to make it because we want to make sure it's 100% right. We don't want to put out like something that is falling apart instantly. Then again, Echo falls apart instantly a lot anyway, so
Quality has
just
to
make
be
it part
good,
of-
so you know.
quality is the most important thing for us. Occasional tea drinker with a generous donation. Hey, High Rollers, discovered you guys less than a month ago. Cool. And immediately began binge watching Aerois and finally caught up this week. Less than a month? Oh my god. Just wanted to donate to show some appreciation for all the fun times you've given me. Much love from Singapore. Cool. Thank you very much. And welcome. Yorkshire Dave. Hey, by gum. So excited for this episode. A small request, if possible. Good Mark, king of accents, please say "Hey up, Gassy B" in his best Yorkshire accent. Mark, you there?
Hey up, Gassy B.
Gassy B, but we'll take Gassy.
Gassy B.
Gassy
That's
B.
just accent, Tom.
Just accent. They've got no C's in Yorkshire.
No C's. It's all G's.
Thanks so much, you brilliant Bobby Dazzlers. Keep on rocking. Thank you very much, Yorkshire Dave. As usual, Saffron. First time watching live. Welcome. I live on the East Coast in Australia, so I'll absolutely regret this. Oh, God, it's going to be like 4 in the morning for you. Worth it, though. Also, if the charity hits 25k, Tom should kill off Quill and play Smeek as his playable character.
Yes. 10 out of 10 idea. Yes.
No.
I'm up for this.
He couldn't
Uh,
play Smeek. Tom's not good enough a player to be Smeek.
Wow.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh,
The
Smeek.
shade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
How good's
that's a
your-
big insult.
How good's your thingy from Wild Thornberry's impression?
I'm not rising to this, Mark. I'm not going to rise to it. You're not going to get me to do
What's
an
his
impression
name?
of
Donnie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Donnie. Mark, give us
I'll
a
do-
little sneak. There he is.
Vaskarak. Yeah. I'll just do a couple more, and then I'm going to go get myself some water real quick. Ligeratus. Hey, Kim. I've never been a fan of bullying and, by extension, racism. So to take some of money for ERV, it's not much, but if it helps even a little, I'll be happy. Love you all, and fuck bigotry.
That's
you go.
very kind.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very, very kind.
Very kind.
And
TY.
last one, Vashta Narada, which does sound like the spell, with a half hundo. First time watching you live. It has been extremely fun watching Aerois and Curse of Strahd. Caught up on that too. I wish I could give you more than this small donation for all the work you do. Be safe. Never fear, Vashta Narada. It's a very generous donation. Thank you very, very much. And thank you everyone else for the donations. I will read through the rest at the end of the episode. Real quick.
Thank you.
I'm going to go get myself a drink.
Nice.
Do we normally have donations on what was that? Was that donations for thingy? Do we have donations for Yogg's
Oh, I mean
class?
High Rollers D&D. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Tom normally does High Rollers D&D. Yogs, I don't have access to, so
that was the one
Don't
thing I
have
forgot.
I don't think any of it do.
I forgot
that's
to
fine.
ask
Sorry.
about that one.
He might have access to them when he comes back. We'll check. But if we don't get a chance to read out any Yogs cast donations, I'm so sorry because Trot's not here. We just completely blanked on
It's
sorting
the
that out.
one thing I forgot to
Because the way
check
it
on.
is, yeah, you need to have login accesses and things like that, which we don't have right now. So I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
But if you donate
but
on
thank
High
you.
Rollers D&D,
Yeah, those we can read out at the end of the episode now.
Yeah.
But we'll check with Tom and see if he can get that maybe for the end or something like that. We don't normally have that much. Most people do it via High Rollers now, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's all good.
So good. Right. While we wait for Tommy, just again, a little reminder, big thank you to NordVPN and D&D Beyond for sponsoring this episode. There is a link in chat for both of them. Referral links. For NordVPN, you can get a bunch of monies off for your first 2 months, I think. I'm trying to get the details in my email open.
I could play the video
and
by
then
Trot again. Like, we could do that.
No,
Should we do
no,
that?
Too long.
Video by
too
Sean?
long.
Really long video.
Like, yeah,
No,
just bring that.
too
I'll
long.
bring that up. I'll bring that up. Yeah, I'll get it now.
Please
Get it for
don't.
you now. Get it
No,
for you now.
it's fine.
What it is it's a 2 years plan for $89, and you get 1 month free using our creator code, which is a 68% discount, which works out to $3.71 a month, and you get an additional month.
And there should be some
For
stuff
free.
in chat for those as well. So we've got some commands for those in chat. And then D&D Beyond, there should be a referral link somewhere in chat or the video description. If you click on that, it supports us. It shows that we've sent you to D&D Beyond. But don't forget, if you do pre-order Rime of the Frost Maiden, you get a bunch of cool stuff unlocked for free, which is you get a set of digital dice, 6 character backdrops, and then cosmetic character sheet bonuses as well if you pre-order. So
Cool.
check those out.
I've got some
good friends
donations
team.
through from Nightjar. Nightjar sent me some
Sure.
donos from Yogs. So Olo Renve, our old friend, donated, but no message. And JJ says, "Keep it up, High Rollers squad. So invested in your narrative, Mark. The talent you have in world building really is phenomenal. None of my friends play D&D, and neither do I. But I came across High Rollers completely by accident, and I'm fully here for the story." And thank you to Ace of Thorns, who says, to the tune of "Big girl, he's a big cat, he's a big floofy boy, he's a big floofy boy with..." I don't know how the rest of it goes. "He's a big floofy boy with a tail, hashtag hugs." I know how the first bit goes. I don't know how the rest
girl.
of it. He's a big cat.
Singing and he can't sing now when it sips. Right.
He's a big floofy boy.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Thank you.
By the
Thank
way,
you,
is
guys.
this stream okay for everyone? Because, like, I've had this thing flashing red and yellow for the whole hour and a half, and I'll be honest, it's
There's
shortening my
definitely
lifespan.
A little bit of choppies, but it's fine. It
I'm
can't be
just
helped.
really nervous to click it in case I just end the whole thing. And
I think it's good. It's good. It's good.
okay,
Yeah, it's fine.
cool,
It's fine.
Good.
It's fine.
fine.
It's all good. Right.
Definitely not been sweating
let-
my life out here.
It's fine. Right. Let us jump back in then, if everybody is good to go.
Yes.
Okay. Heading over with the majority of the crew, leaving a few of the wolf pack, Penny and Lancian behind. You guys make your way back down towards the docks, towards the barrels, and find the tucked away little tavern with a signpost outside of a dancing devil across on a beam between two pits. The Devil's Dance. Heading inside, it is just as busy as it normally is. This overcrowded, kind of narrow pub kind of vibe to it. And behind the bar is the giant, big, scarred turtle with all sorts of swords, knives, arrows, and axe sticking out of his shell, with a big scarred face. And as he kind of turns around and begins to see you, he kind of treats you initially as just patrons, just like, "What can I get you? Oh, it's you." And he kind of looks towards Sentry and Ayla. "Sure do remember you."
Hello.
Hi.
So,
No
sorry
fighting
again about
in
the.
my arena.
I won't.
It's fine.
I won't fight. I won't fight.
Ah, Raya, Kamara, good to see you. You ready for your fights? And he just sort of nods. He's like, "All right, get downstairs and I get your friend some drinks. What are we drinking?"
I can't remember what I had last time.
Ale it is. And he
Thank
begins
you.
just like pulling out cups and just pouring out drinks for everyone. And yeah, he basically just slides the drinks over, just like, "Bit of a busy night tonight. Not sure you'll find much space, but your friends are going to be fighting downstairs in about an hour."
Have they fought here a lot?
Oh, yeah. Aerois and Kamara, they've become crowd favorites. A lot of people come
Really?
to see them. Yeah, they come down most nights. They been earning some good coin.
Nice.
Oh.
Making a name for themselves.
Who's won the
Good to
most
see
fights?
Right people. Yeah.
Oh, Aerois, definitely. Aeria's been holding her own. Tumble and 2 Coins, they've been doing pretty well, too. They've kind of got like a nice bit of a rivalry going. But she's used to fighting. They call her Aerois the Pirate Queen. It's a sort of title. And very good at balancing, so hard to knock her down. Nobody's managed to yet. She keeps a steady footing.
That is a better name than Ayla the Impaler and whatever we called Sentry.
Oh no, Sentry's become infamous now. Her little tactic of getting real big. It's not
Sorry
one
again.
that people are gonna forget anytime soon. But still, enjoy your drinks. Just no fighting in my arena.
Yep, we won't
Thank
get
you.
fighting.
Good. All right, now get out of here. And he kind of just goes back and starts serving drinks to other people.
Okay.
Would the Dale Guild shop still be open at this time? Like, would it?
Maybe.
Is this a nighttime port?
Yeah, this is the kind of place where most places don't shut until the wee hours of the morning, and they
Yeah.
don't open till quite late as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm
you
just-
can certainly go and try.
Yeah, I'm just thinking while this is going on, like, I don't want to RP it out, but, like, can I, because it is just literally a shopping trip, can I nip out and return to that guy and buy the air elemental thing?
Sure. I mean, it's not really a role playing it out, but when you step inside, the Dale Guild Company is this kind of branch of Merchants Guild stores, very well decorated. This one has a lot of elaborate purple silk embroiderments, like a curtain across the windows. It's all very been beautifully sewn and made, and inside everything is kept pristinely clean, and you can see the shop is pretty much empty at this hour, but stepping inside as you enter, there is like a little musical jingle that plays, not quite like a bell but almost like a bird song. And stepping out from behind the counter, you see this Ember Elf, this obsidian-skinned elf with absolutely no hair, but amethyst stones instead of eyebrows, and around their eyes, dressed in these very fabulous purple and gold silks. Just runs a hand over his smooth head. Ah, yes, I remember you. Yes, you are the Agonassi. You had some friends with some very interesting things. I've not seen you in some time.
Oh, yeah, we got caught up with a little bit of business, a little bit of travel, you know how it is.
Indeed. Do you have anything of interest to sell, perhaps?
Actually, I do. I have, oh gosh. But, I mean, first of all, I was just wondering, do you still have that air elemental? You know, we talked about this project I was working on, and I needed essence.
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah, I need an essence of an air elemental.
I have a scroll of conjure elemental. Most scrolls I can develop myself, as long as they do not go beyond a certain level of arcane power. I can scribe them myself. Conjure an elemental is a spell that I know and I can create for. You decide what kind of elemental you summon, so
Okay.
make that choice when you cast the spell. But yes, I still have those in store. I have a few other little trinkets and things. Tell me, does your friend still have that scroll of the sequester spell?
Oh, I think
It's been on
think
my
he does.
mind.
I think he does. Yeah.
Oh wow! Please do let them know that my offer still stands.
What was your offer again? Just remind me.
7,000 gold.
7,000 gold. Yeah. Okay. I'll pass that along to them. Oh, while I'm here, actually, I don't suppose you have any, nothing too special, but just like any trinkets from Vortensar or anything, you know, like a brooch or, you know, just.
Vortensar, Ganassi City. Trinkets. We're not really a trinkets store or company, my dear. We mainly deal in weapons, armor, magical relics, spell scrolls, potions, that sort of thing. Let me see. Oh, I did. One thing I do have in stock, quite recently actually. It was not here the last time you were here. I do have a carpet of flying that was woven in Vortensar. Not really a trinket, much more considerably powerful than than that. Very, very expensive, difficult to make. Was made by several of the mages and elementalists within Vortensar.
I was just looking for something like a bit of jewelry or a brooch or something like that. Sorry,
I'm not a jeweler, my dear. I'm not a jeweler.
No, that's thanks for
The scroll. Did you wish it?
Oh yes, the scroll, the elemental scroll, please. One of those, please. Thank you. How much?
It would be 300 gold.
That's fine. I'm sure that's...
He nods. He turns around and he kind of lifts his hand, and you see a large book, well, not like a book, but portfolio. Unclasps, unlocks, sigils dismantle from it. It folds open, and the pages kind of ruffle through the air, and it slides out of a pocket, like a thin canvas pocket. This piece of parchment flows out, rolls itself up. A little ribbon comes up, ties around it. A seal is pressed on it. It floats back down into his hands. He places it on the counter, and then gestures for you to make your payment.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll dish out 300 gold. Thanks, guys. Don't worry. It's fine. Financier. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. We've got 300 platinum.
Knock off the 300.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've got plenty of platinum.
Yeah,
platinum. Marvelous.
How much? No, you cannot have the 300 platinum. How much is platinum? How much gold is?
It's 10 gold to 1 platinum, so 30 platinum.
30
it would
platinum.
cost you 30 platinum.
Okay, I will get rid of 30 platinum then.
Marvelous platinum.
30.
How exquisite.
Remove. Yes. Thank you. Thanks.
Anything else that I can interest you in? Potions?
From...
Necklace of fireballs? Headbands to make you more intelligent?
That sounds amazing. But I'm probably
pearls of power.
Need to bring the other team back because I think they'll shout at me if I buy any more.
Certainly.
But yeah. Thanks. Really nice to see
any
you.
Magical ingredients, reagents, or equipment?
Oh,
the
definitely.
Dale Guild company is at your service.
There's definitely, yeah. There's that bird boy. He needs, yeah. I need to, yeah. He needs some stuff. Diamond dust or something. Diamond
dust is something that I can supply. I may not be a jeweler, but diamond dust is a component in spellcraft.
Okay. How much
I
is
can
that?
provide diamond dust. Depends on how much you need. I only have certain limited amount of supply. Well, you return and tell me how much you need, and I will sell you as much as I can.
Okay, thank you. It's been really nice seeing you again, by the way. I've missed you. Just
yes, you too, Ganessa. Bye.
Bye.
If we see his face as Nova leaves, he makes a kind of like a face, like a who, like nice seeing me again. Who the hell are you? Kind of face, but he just goes back to his work.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And then you make your way back to the team. The rest of you have been enjoying an evening of watching Aerois basically win a lot of these bouts. Being a very seasoned fighter, being ranger rogue, who's able to like knock people off their feet, but also keep her own footing. She's very, very good at the Devil's Dance. Kamara proves that she is actually very surprisingly good in combat as well. Doesn't fight with any armor. She wears no armor. The only weapon that she has is like a weighted chain, and she often will just jump off, cling to the walls, wrap a chain around somebody, and yank them off the pole into the water below, and then hop back up onto the pole, using her like wolf-like claws to kind of like dig in and things like that. And yeah, the whole atmosphere is very lively and electric. The crowd loves seeing the fighters kind of test each other and wrestle. You notice that there are a pair of two Goliath brothers that go at it, and they just wrestle. They don't fight. They don't use weapons. They basically balance along the pole, grab each other's hands, and it becomes a pure test of strength over who can throw the other one into the water. And it becomes surprisingly tense despite no real movement every sort of like inch. Quill, you would probably pick up on the idea that they're absolutely playing into it, and they'll purposely like start leaning one way, and then they'll kind of tense their muscles and hold them in place, and then they'll go the other way, and then the crowd gets really riled up, and then they'll kind of like hold it there for a second, and then there's a lot of like kind of
Ayla won't
showmanship going on.
pick up on that. She'd be like,
no.
ah!
Yeah, it's just like,
Quill's just like-
as well. Oh my goodness, he's going to do it! He's going over! No, he didn't! I can't believe it! And there's a lot of sort of like that.
But he moved.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't. No. But yeah, the evening definitely goes. Definitely goes. It's a lot of fun.
It goes.
It said about
yeah.
that evening.
I didn't have
History
anything to
wrote
say.
down as this evening went.
It went.
Time
went.
flies.
I mean,
when
it
you're having
depends.
fun.
How went do you want it to go? Like, you guys could escalate and be like, "Let's get wasted."
No, I mean, at least I'll just enjoy watching Aerois and Kamara fight. But
Sipping at your
I
ale
guess
that
when
you
Uber
barely
comes
have,
back-
like your big
Yeah.
bird beak, like.
I don't even like pour it.
You
I
don't
just
drink
kind
like
of
a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nova.
That's it. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. I don't suppose they had
Hi,
any chests
Quill.
of give or take 5,000 gold, did they?
Oh, but I didn't ask. But the chap,
Okay.
the Ember Elf, they'll go. He was very curious about your sequester scroll. 7,000 gold offered for it. Like yeah,
That's-
really into that scroll. Really like yeah.
Seven.
8,000? I don't know. What? Huh?
What
Numbers.
did he say?
I don't know. What? I've had a drink. I think someone's put something in my drink. I think I ordered a milk and it's definitely
Nova,
fizzy.
nobody's put anything in your drink.
No
you
one
just
ordered a milk.
lightweight.
No, you-
Has the milk gone off a bit? I don't know. Has it fermented? And I'm what?
No point
Total.
in you or anyone say milk.
What?
It's total milk.
Well, it's
Yeah.
fizzy. What?
Yeah, total milk
Gold.
is fizzy.
He's gonna give you gold for the scroll. He wants gold scroll. He also has diamond dust, which you need for the, when we keep falling over and doing the bad
Perfect.
thing.
We'll definitely pick that up before we leave. Let's say
yeah.
5, so that's, what is that, 1,500 gold's worth? That's a lot, actually. It depends. How much do you want to cure for restoration of that level? It's
Depends.
useful.
Yeah.
We've got Lucius back and everyone back in
Well,
that
don't forget,
combat.
if you want to cast, don't forget, Tom, it might be worth you looking at stuff like Raise Dead and Revivify, because they also need.
Yeah.
I
but-
can do that
Oh,
too.
God.
He also has a flying carpet. Zoom.
Correct.
How much is the flying carpet? Should we get one? Sounds useful.
It was money. Yeah.
Nova, I have a
Nova,
relatively serious question to ask.
Ooh.
I'm the quartermaster. Why do you have all the money?
I don't know. You keep giving it to me. You keep apart from the stuff
you
that
pretty much keep just taking it.
No, but what? Like, because nobody else seems to write it down. You're a quartermaster, so why didn't you make notes about the inventory that you have? Like, but you don't. So I have to write it down because otherwise you forget.
I make notes about all the
You need to
other
take
stuff
stock.
off camera. Okay, how much money did you spend at the shop?
Some money.
How much is some? Is that a lot? Because I know that if you're turning into Lucius and you're starting to lose the value of money because we have a lot of money now, then
Just so you know, before you react to my answer, it was so that I could finish off your wings so that you could fly again. So don't shout at me. 300 gold.
Oh, okay. I was expecting like you to come back, covered in jewelry or, well, to fly in on a magic carpet. To be honest,
I was close. I was very
I know.
close. Flying carpet. He had me there. It was all the elements that I enjoy in a carpet. It's a carpet and it flies, and it was from Vortensar. So yeah. But-
Wait, hang on. One of the elements you love about carpets is that it is a carpet.
Yeah. What's not to like about a carpet?
Okay.
Especially a carpet that
It's got-
flies.
Wow, it's got all my favorite traits.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. And it flies. What's not to love about it?
Oh, sure.
It's got a point.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Anyway, should we watch the fight?
While you guys are having this conversation and watching the fight, you do pick up on some errant conversation from the people around you as well. You overhear one old sailor, like a crusty old, maybe a wild elf actually, kind of wild elf sailor. You just hear them kind of chatting with their friend. You pick up the conversation halfway through, just like, it's getting too dangerous to sail past the coast of Maerskirne. I started shipping off a lot of the people heading to other places. The storms are just too violent, too bad. You can't even get too close to the edge. It's one of those bolts hits you, you're gonna. It's not natural, they say. It's beyond just, even the druids can control it. It's gone beyond their power now. All they can do is get their people to somewhere else. They're trying to convince the other places, the sky cities, to assist them, but so far nobody's come to help. That's kind of, you pick up on that conversation. The person that they're speaking to is just like, oh, I had no idea it was that bad. You saying we can't even get near the coasts? A lot of them are preventing, they're saying turn back. They've got patrol boats all around the outskirts, sending people away. They don't want them being hit by the storms. They seem to fade away as they get away from Voxar, but they're growing in strength.
You guys hear that?
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Meska's getting worse, much worse. They're having to stop everyone from going anywhere near the place.
You also...
I'm getting less and less fond of the, Ayla lightning rod idea. Just as an FYI, because that sounds like shit.
Then we better get to it as soon as possible before you say no.
I think she's already saying no.
Whilst you guys are having this conversation, there are other things that you pick up from the tavern as well. You also hear, I'm going to summarize these ones, you hear more people talking about the airships going missing. Seems that it started about a week ago. Whole airships just vanish. No trace, no sign of the crew, just never arrive at their destinations. They leave, never arrive. Nobody ever sees them ever again. Just completely vanished. The other rumor that you hear is people talking about the Dragonborn. You actually overhear this from a dwarven warrior-looking type. Yeah, they said that. I seen them. Dragonborn legions just pulling out of wherever they are and heading back to their bases, their ships, them dragon ships of theirs, all over Aerois. They're pulling out of contracts, canceling them early, and taking all their forces. It's like they're preparing for something. It's like they're preparing for war. Stockpiling weapons and reagents, buying up whatever they can, wherever they can. Seen a few of their dragons flying around too, patrolling the skies. Ain't normal. Don't normally send the dragons out flying. What makes you think they're going that way, Sarge? I don't know, boy. Maybe it's remnant stirring up. Either way, we ain't gonna leave people. We'll still be there. Dwarven legions ain't going nowhere. And they kind of all raise glasses and stuff like that.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, we should make the most of tonight, I suppose. It looks like it's not going to be long until our little list starts adding up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need to figure out what they're preparing for and find out in a way that doesn't... Well, I can't exactly ask them. They're just going to get suspicious of us even more that we're trying to figure out their plans. But that's something to consider. We need to figure out what they're thinking, what they know as well.
Exactly. It must be bad if the Dragonborn themselves are pulling back.
Yeah. As for missing skyships, that's something else. We need to figure out where they're going or who's taking them, whatever's happening to them. Hopefully not more Hadar-style teleports.
Do the Mark, are the rumors like, are they saying like are they just saying like all over Aerois,
talking.
or like
Yeah, it
in
was-
specific
I mean,
location?
Dragonborn, the Savonan dwarf that was talking, it sounds like that he's talking more about like, and you know this about the Dragonborn. When you spoke to them, they kind of referred to this, but you as players might not remember it. The way that the Dragonborn kind of make money and keep their society going is they basically act like mercenary companies. They go out, they act as bodyguards, they protect borders that don't have enough soldiers. It sounds like that from all over Aerois, they are pulling them away and going to their own home bases. You've seen one in Corsadi. You've been to one Dragonborn base. They have several across Aerois. They've got 3 of them in total, pulling them there. In terms of the airships going missing, no location, just was general sort of like, yep, they've just been going missing all over. You hear a bunch of different people talking about this because it's increased trade for like the sailing ships. So boats have been getting a lot more work because the airships, nobody wants to fly airships at the minute. So it means that the sailing boats have been getting more and more work. So you get like mixed reports of some people kind of like saying like, oh, it's because, you know, Ethereum's running low. And then other people are like, no, it's Sky Pirates. Sky Pirates are on the rise. No. It's those storms from Voxar. That's what's preventing them from flying. Like it's all these different things that you keep hearing. One crazy guy, old crazy Neil in the corner is like, I'm telling you, they're being sucked up into space and vanishing. That's what I say. They're being taken beyond the cradle by Starbane. He's back.
Or a red line.
I mean, I literally said, hopefully it's not Hadar teleport.
Yeah.
And now the crazy guy in the corner is echoing what I just said.
And
Great.
the crazy guy in the corner is always right. So yeah.
Yeah.
They're being sucked up by giant space squid beyond the cradle.
Okay. There's some madness there then.
They're putting magic in their eyes and then sending them back to Aerois to spy on us. That's what they're doing. Gotta watch out for them. If they got green eyes, they're a spy, an alien spy. Hooey.
Okay.
You see, Taker just is like, shut up, Neil. Just like throws something at him.
Oh, crazy Neil.
Neil's got a point though. Could legit be something to do with Starbane.
We should recruit him. He's a better seer than me.
Are we the crazy ones?
Maybe this is all just a big hallucination.
Those are all things that you overhear throughout the evening anyway.
Cool.
Okay. We hear any just usual gossip?
Yeah, you know, you hear the usual about sort of the ruler of the port hasn't been heard from for a few days. Apparently he's attending some big fancy meeting and is preparing for it. You hear just general sort of chatter, you know, oh, I haven't had any deliveries of my Solorense wine lately and stuff like that.
Somehow everything we hear is related to us in some form.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think the world revolves around us.
Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal.
I just want to hear about the lady down the road. There's a washing.
Oh yeah,
going.
there's that stuff
good.
as well. But I'm not going to mention that stuff because A, I have to think of it, and B, it's not important. So no, I'm not mentioning it.
Okay. And also, our quest log will get huge if we write down.
Yeah, I'm already up to like
Yeah.
13 points, so please no more.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you get past 15, I'm afraid you have to delete some quests before you can add
Yeah.
new ones. So you hit your quest
we'll get rid of. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Tassadar. It's fine.
You can just go pick it up again later, right? You can just go back to the quest giver and like re-pick up the quest.
Actually, Valley
Anyway.
of Storms is a very low-level quest. The reward is going to be garbage, so like we'll just delete that one.
Previous zone story. Anyway, what do you guys want to do?
Man, Johan
He's gonna be so pissed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or dead.
I think,
Either way.
You
Yeah.
could sending him. You could be like,
watch the
yo,
night-
Johan, we be back with you soon. We could do another Tom Hazel cast sending to 15 NPCs that Mark has to try and remember.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Nah.
Can I work more on Flock together? Because I feel like this is the last bit, right? Like, actually, no. We have to kill the
Well,
elemental,
I mean,
don't we?
Yeah, you have to summon the elemental, kill it, and then you have to make the last one check. Is it only one Arcana check left?
Enchantment research, whatever it was. Yeah, just gluing the elemental glitter to the to the wing.
Sure. Harold.
Yeah, Harold. You need to pick your child up from daycare, Sentry. Pick your child up from
My
daycare.
child. My golden child.
Are you asking Aerois about Harold? Because or do you want to just go back to the blacksmith? Because Aerois did say that she would check in on her and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks at, Sentry, I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention to you. Harold's fine. She was repaired by that blacksmith. Her arm and leg are absolutely fine. But, well, after you didn't come back for longer than you thought, she made the decision that she said that she wanted to get a start on what you had discussed. That there was no time to waste, that there were guardians who were running out of time and that they needed to know that you would be back for them. So she's made her way. She found passage. I gave her a little money, but she said that she didn't need that much, and that she was going to start having people go to Horizon, like you had discussed, that she would bring them to Horizon for you, which I believe is where your meeting is. This meeting is being arranged, right?
Yeah.
She said she would meet you there with many, many guardians to help.
Just get in your face.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where it is.
I have the memory of this place.
It is. It absolutely is.
She
Okay,
looks
sounds
at you. I didn't feel I had the place to stop her, Sentry, but she seemed adamant that she was eager to get a head start on this task. It seemed very important to her.
Okay. I wish there was a way to contact her, but
Well,
I'm confident
Quillic could
she'll
contact
do a
her,
good job.
like Quillic could contact her like he contacts me, perhaps.
Yeah. I guess we could. Anyone else?
Dude, I'm sorry. Welcome to having sending in a game where you fucking love all the NPCs.
I need to.
God, Mark,
need to work
stop
on
making
sending
lovable NPCs. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
It's
Such a diverse world. Ugh.
Yeah, it just reminds me of, this is going to show my age, but back when mobile phones started becoming a thing, and there was that one kid in your friendship group who had one with actual credit, and you're like, can I just borrow your phone so I can call my
I
parents
just need
come
to
pick me
text
up?
blah blah blah. Yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah. I haven't got any credit on my phone. Can I?
Yeah.
Can I borrow yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I should do. Reddit.
Yeah, start charging.
yeah.
Sure. Nova can start charging for potions and everything else. Sentry can charge for lay on hands.
Yeah. Do we want to start?
Yeah.
Do we want to buy any potions, by the way, like, or anything? I feel like.
Do you want to go to the store and pick
probably.
up on some of the the diamond dust and stuff like that, and the diamonds?
Do we
and-
want to do all that, Quill?
Do you want to
Oh,
do
yeah,
that, or
we-
do we want to do
Quartermaster Quill.
when Trotty is back, in case he wants
He won't
something
want
for Lucius
anything.
specifically?
He'll be
never
like,
wants
you do
anything.
what you want. That's what Trot
Yeah,
sounds
he
like.
literally never spends anything on himself. So
Yeah, I think we're good. I
I
think
was
we
just
can figure
trying
that out.
to be nice. You might want a
I know,
thing.
but I know. No, he never wants anything. Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
The rest of the fights go well.
Oh yeah. It's all. I'm not gonna roleplay that out. That was a little bit of flavour
Okay.
thing. It's like I said, yeah, it's all fine. No problems.
Okay.
No murderous assassins in the night.
Oh, thank God.
Tranquility.
Clear. So when we get, are we going back to the airship then?
Well, you can't sleep on the
Yes.
airship, really. Well, I suppose you could actually. There'd be no reason you can't. It's just not as comfortable as like staying in a nice luxury inn, for example. But you could just go sleep on the ship if you want to. Doesn't cost
I
you
think
anything.
Ayla probably will, because we haven't been on the ship in ages, and she missed the ship, and she wants to stay on the ship.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
I think she'll
you guys can
probably
make your way back.
sleep on there.
Yeah, Ariah's been. I think when you get back, Ariah might I'm just going to go ahead of you a little bit. I need to do some things on the ship. And when you arrive back, she's coming out of the captain's quarters, and is carrying a few things, she's been staying in there while Lucius has
Nice.
been away. She's like, just making sure everything is ready for everyone. I'll go
Okay.
down to my room. And it was so strange. why would Aerois things be in my room? I'm sure it doesn't matter. Maybe she wanted to borrow or something.
Was it Vis? Was that the name of the dragon?
Stupid dragon, yeah, Vis.
Yeah, this, yeah.
Go see.
It's not on the ship.
Oh, I guess no.
It's not on the ship.
It's not on the ship.
We're doomed.
Okay. So
We're
I
getting
guess
nuked
with
from
all the
orbit.
Dragonborn
Oh no!
heading back. What? Oh no! What?
No, it's alright.
It doesn't sound
just
like an
worrying
all right
now.
sentry. It sounds like it
I'm
sounded, oh,
worrying. I'm worrying.
no. But okay, look. If this is gone, then they've headed back with the rest of the Dragonborn. So that's one weight off our back, I suppose. Maybe we're not their concern anymore. Maybe they've got bigger problems.
Oh, are you
like
talking
we
about?
do.
Are you talking about the pseudo? Are you talking about the little dragon quartermaster? Howard sort of like one.
Yes. Oh no! What did you do, Howard? Please, no! Don't tell me.
I haven't done anything, quartermaster. I promise. He flew away.
Okay.
I couldn't stop him. I can't fly. He just one day he just took off. Just flew away.
No, there was a small part of me that might have thought that one day you thought he looked delicious, and then you're the cook.
I wouldn't eat a dragon, Master Quill. I'm a halfling, not some. I don't know. I'm not going to eat a dragon.
Okay, good. But when did it fly off? How long ago?
Oh, maybe like 3 days ago, I think. It kind of stuck around. We found it trapped in a closet. It kind of broke its way out.
Yeah.
We found it in there, and then it sort of lingered around. And then when you didn't return, I think after a couple of days ago, it just decided it wasn't going to wait anymore, and it just flew off.
Did it take anything with it?
Don't think so. No, it was only little. I don't think it could carry that much.
Okay, no. Just...
Did it look really mad when it flew away?
I mean, it's
Angry
hard to
eyebrow.
tell, Miss Sentry, if a little tiny dragon is mad. But if I had to guess, I would say yes. It was kind of all snarly and hissy and kind of made a little angry face.
That's not irregular, to be fair.
It's not, but if all the dragons are like, getting ready to, are we the bad guys? They think we're the bad guys.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's what I was thinking.
Oh, I'm sure that's not true. Everyone knows you're not
it's
the bad
not.
guys. You're all heroes. Wonderful heroes. That's what you all are.
Yeah, that's just a point in perspective, isn't it?
Oh, don't make my head hurt, Miss
yeah.
Nova. I can't deal with it. I've had too much ale.
Of course you have.
Bathtub
I've
gin.
always had too much ale. I'm a halfling. There's not much of me. Half of me's ale right now. he's laughing. He's having a good time.
I don't know what's going on.
Right, anyway,
Um,
goodbye, good night.
Bye and good night.
Sort of drunkenly stumbles back downstairs.
Do you think we need to- No.
Starts singing. That's what he's singing.
Weird song.
Do you think we need to talk to the dragon people? Because
No.
I feel like
No.
if we don't clarify why we were gone and what we actually did, which is very good for this world, they'll be even more
Okay,
pissed off at us.
Let's imagine
You
this.
know?
Let's look
Let's
at-
roleplay this. Let's roleplay this conversation. Hey,
Okay, I'll be Quill.
Dragonborn.
Can I be the dragon?
I'll be Nova. You be the dragon sentry. Okay.
I'll be Quill.
Hey, this is Nova from that group of strangers that you kind of let go under kind of like sort of like a little bit of a house arrest type situation with a little spy
Sorry.
on.
Nova, real quick, this story is not very realistic. You're calling them, but I'm the caller.
Okay,
I
fine.
can't really get invested in this thing.
Wow. Okay, you.
Oh my
it-
god,
immersion-
point!
Immersion
To
is
it.
ruined.
Get to it!
Oh,
Tag.
Oh,
Here's
okay.
my quartermaster.
hey, what's the plan? You preparing for a war? Tell us all the information about this war that you're preparing for, or this escape or whatever. Your best friends. Tell us all the information. What's going on? Where are you holed up? What's your secrets? Where are your leaders?
Our dragon heard you talking about Starbane, and now we think your allegiance is to Starbane, and now you're all going to die. Ha 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 ha.
That's accurate. That's very accurate. See, and then we do the bit where we go like, hey, but actually, no, we were teleported out into space by Hadar, and we found Starbane's planet, and we were on Starbane's planet, and we have Starbane's uniform, and we have Starbane's plans and ships and recon details, but we're not with Starbane. By the way, we saw Starbane on the way back in, and we got past Starbane's fleet. Yeah. No, they just let us through. They just let us back in here, but we're not with Starbane.
Nope.
Hey, give us a sec. We're just going to teleport to the
you're all going to die. Bye bye. Hang up.
Okay,
Dragonborn.
but
Oh.
Very
Sentry, I
accurate.
like that. Stick with it.
I
It's
spent a
kind
lot of
fun.
time around Dragonborns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
It was good. It was good.
I just
but-
don't.
Thank you.
I get what you're saying, Nova, but also last time we spoke to them, they did a magic thing and made us all speak true words and stuff. And not that I had anything else to say, but they could tell. Like,
Yeah, they didn't actually ask me anything, and I sort of just stood there silently looking at the ground.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing at the time.
Yeah, because
but
I had
I'm
the
saying
ILS,
now,
and the ILS was kind
where
of
I'm aware.
Yeah.
But now we have a lot of true things about a lot of good stuff that we've stopped from happening. Huh?
Yes,
Huh?
but
So
don't we only
we-
just... All we have to back that up is our own words. I mean, do we have any concrete proof that we can show them? Like, do we have anything that we can say, look, we've brought this thing, like the Tassadar plans.
Like-
Could we say, look, you can have these. Here you go, you can have them too. Here's a copy of them. That's a good thing, isn't it? That we share that sort of thing with them?
I wonder if we could
Huh?
convince them to storm the Tastar with us.
See,
I mean, if
that
they
would
hate
be worthwhile.
Starbane, maybe. You know? But I think if
Or-
we just say, oh no, we're really good, you should trust us, well, they won't, because we're just saying things.
Right side thinking. What if they've been contacted by that group and they are already storming the Tassadar?
I mean, that group
that's a good
doesn't
idea.
know that Aerois exists, so I don't probably
You know, the
not.
Dragonborn exists though.
I doubt.
Maybe.
The Planetar would know that Aerois exists. Well,
Okay.
or at least not believe Starbane's propaganda about it. He would be old
Imagine
enough
that. That'd be
to know.
Maybe.
I
I'm
like
just
that.
saying, we got a lot of things that we've done that are, you know, hey, good proof that we are doing the thing. We're good. And the nuns saw that we did good things, and we could always bring Thalia, and she could be like, hey, I'm from space, what they're saying is true. And then, I don't know, I'm spitballing. I'm thinking that we should maybe try and
maybe
get
the
them on
whole-
our side.
Maybe the whole we've been in space where Starbane rules is and survived is not really the approach. Then he'll say,
well,
how did you survive? And all of that.
well, we found allies, though.
The Dragonborn are complicated.
I just don't think that we should
Yes.
give them any further reason to, you know, be mega pissed at us.
Well, hopefully,
Yes. Both of those
hopefully-
things, yes.
Hopefully they're just super busy bringing their forces back together that they kind of forget us and we're just a footnote, piece of paper that just gets lost in the stack of all the paper that goes along with regaining all your troops together. Because they're totally going to arrest me. Lucius,
Yes,
you're the
Lucius?
captain. Why?
Yes, but it's very polite to make sure that everyone else has finished speaking. The nunnies said that we'd been gone for 10 days, yes? So how long until the meeting with the Sky Prince and all of the other leaders? How long until then?
So they said 5 weeks, so probably 3.5?
Okay, so that's some time maybe to go and get the Tiangong shard. We could try and do that. And then
Mirska is
Storm
getting
Valley?
much
Yes.
worse. Yeah, that's something I think that needs solving before it spreads outwards. gets too far, if it does at all.
Oh, and don't forget that for the dragons, if we did want to speak to them, I mean, we spoke to Palador. He's a god of Aerois. They must believe him.
I mean, even Palador said that no one knows about the sunship, that he is just a feeling of rage and burning and energy. So...
Could you tell him to tell them that we're all fine? Could you tell Hesper to turn up and be like, no, these guys are cool?
Maybe.
That's how that works.
We'll put a pin in that idea as well.
Okay, all right.
Speaking of, you can remove the pin that was killing this.
Oh, I didn't write that down.
Oh, good.
No,
It's not even a side quest. It was just like a nothing. It's like a codex entry. Just meh.
Yeah. As much as I really didn't like them, and I think I'm going to be arrested by the Dragonborn in prison for the rest of my life if they ever see me again. I didn't really advocate the killing of tiny dragons.
No, good. Okay.
No.
Well, in that case, Tiangong Shard, that's just a little bit north of us. Slightly further north than that, that's Merskid.
Yeah.
North? No? Where are
Yes.
we? Is it not north? It's south.
The Tiangong Shard south. It's between Giselle and Voxer, Giselle, Voxer, and the Hawkstorm Archipelago, which is south.
The other one. I was looking the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So we can do those two.
So we have a plan. But we should, Quill, you should probably do some shopping first for dust and things. And
Yep. I'll pick some up.
Should we also contact Thalia because the very fancy Magitech bike and the armor and things like that? Or do we want to bring them to us?
Oh,
kind of-
that's yeah.
yeah.
That's a good plan, yeah.
I quite like the bike. What if this is just an idea? I could give it to Aerois, and then maybe she can make lots of them.
I
Well,
like that
I mean-
idea.
Adea should also definitely look at the Twin Star and figuring out what could be done with the technology on there too.
Could you message her and tell her to come to Horizon when we go for the big trip, or should we just pop along to Gusthaven? We can make a little day trippy of it. Go to Gusthaven, have a little spa, speak to Adea, meet
Do we need
Thalia.
to check in on the Elenasto estate? We need to figure out if the the hidden underground thing.
Yes, we could do that. We'll have several weeks. We could always do that after getting the Tiangong Shard. Before the Valley of the Storms. Wait, I'm getting confused. What's the order of all this again?
Tiangong Shard, Valley of Storms, and then some other stuff. If we see Gusthaven, we'll go straight there. If we don't, then
Okay.
we do. I don't. Maybe. Tiangong Shard, number 1. No.
Yeah. I think
I
that's
really
the
think
closest.
that something needs to be done about the dragon because something's off. I think dragon needs to come somewhere in there. I know that it's a bit of a weird one, but I just don't think it's good if they're all getting ready for war and they think that we're the bad guys too.
We could write
There's a
them a
big
lovely
old
letter.
misunderstanding. Right.
You know, because then we
No.
can send it and then do other things whilst it's being posted.
No. No.
I'm just throwing out ideas. I thought I'd just add to the conversation.
Fair enough. It just takes a little while for that to happen. But Quill could just talk to one
I
of the dragons.
suppose.
I just don't know that we really are a priority number 1 for them right now. They seemed so busy when we left them.
All of their military, if they're to fight us, they know something, and we would like to know that too. I could.
But they can
Just-
definitely help with the Tassadar.
Hang on. Hang
So.
on. How many charges have I got on the eye? None. Oh god, I don't know how many days it's been either.
Since when was the last time you
Used it at
used it against the
Gratz.
Frostwatcher?
Didn't you? Oh. Did you use it the first
Yeah, I think Gratz was the last. No, it's Gratz was
No,
the last
yeah,
time you
Gratz
used it. I
is
think.
Gratz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was the Frostwatcher because you contacted it to say how can we speak to Palador or how can we get past Palador.
Oh
That
yeah.
was the last time you used it. So it's been a day.
No, that was
Was
no,
that?
that was
no, he used a
that
different
was
thing
divine
for that.
intervention. I think. Or no,
That was the
contact.
that was
Divination.
commune or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Given it, that was it. Yeah, that was right. So in that case, it was Gratz, which means that it would be coming up on recharge for the eye.
Okay, well there you go. That's one way of solving the dragon problem. Is I just ask the right question and we figure out what they know, and then we'll know it. That's
Sure.
how the eye
Well,
works.
should we say that it just recharges now, and then you can do that?
Okay, if you want to.
Yeah, sure. You can roll the charges for the eye.
How much does it recharge? All 3. Oh, baby.
Oh. Toy.
In that case, I'll use 1, and the question will be... Oh god, there's so much we need to know about them.
Are they angry at us? Are they going to attack us? Are they going to jail us? Are they going to blow us out of the sky? These are all questions that are running through my head right now in very increasingly loud successions.
I
What
could
are the
just ask,
Dragonborn preparing for?
why are they
War.
bringing all their military?
Starbane. They're going to fight Starbane. I'll tell you that one for free. I just want to know specifically if they're going to kill us.
Yeah, but they have a reason.
No, I want to know what they're doing.
They're preparing for
No.
Starbane. They said
No.
when we saw them.
Yeah, but why are they preparing so suddenly for him?
Because of the meetings,
do they
the
know?
leaders' meeting. We told them Starbane was coming, and they knew that Starbane was here.
Yeah, but why the recent panic?
Yeah.
Something has happened in the last 3 days.
I
So
think that's a good question.
All right. What's the question,
What?
Tom?
What are the Dragonborn military preparing for?
Okay. You ask the question. You see thick cloud and fog cover your vision, and a burst of lightning, and in a flash, answers come to you. What are the Dragonborn preparing for? Best way to convey the answer. You would see your vision shifts, and you race across Aerois. You cover oceans and desert in the blink of an eye, and you find yourself within the war room of the Vivex, the draconic battleship where you in fact first met many of them. The large dragon general and many of the dragons in human form stand around a war table upon which is a map of Aerois. And you overhear them speaking. This marks the 5th airship that has been lost in the last few days, combined with our reports of the Artificer's reports of the Cradle's energies and the visions from the Starworm. It is inevitable that Callus's forces have already, along with what we know from the outsiders that we spoke with, it is inevitable that Starbane's forces are here on Aerois and are engineering something. They are planning something to a grand scale. We still don't know why they are targeting these airships, but it is connected. With the news from the Valley of the Storms and the disappearance of the individuals we were watching, especially the Air Ganassi Nova Vija, we need to take precautions, General. We need to start recalling our troops and preparing. We should expect an attack from Starbane within the next, perhaps, decade. We need to start preparing now. The other leaders and nations of Aerois will become fearful if we begin this. We must be cautious. We are to meet with their leaders in the coming weeks. We must be prepared to convince them of these threats and these dangers. Continue your investigation into the missing airships. Have the Magitech artificers continue watching the Cradle. I will continue to commune with the great starworm. But I concede to your point. Let us recall the legions, give the answer that we have decided to analyze our contracts, that we have the recent attack on the Vivex has caused us to realign our internal security. But yes, let us prepare. We know that Callus is smart, that Callus is dangerous. His magic will... If he has a way to enter Aerois beyond the cradle, I have no doubts that a man of his intellect and his will his plans are already in motion. And keep an eye out for those outsiders. Vis has reported that they went missing. We have no idea where or whom they are speaking with. And then the vision pulls back and away.
Okay, so some good news. It's precautionary for a impending attack. More good news. It's mainly tied around the airships going missing, which is something that we intended to investigate anyway.
Is
so
it? Oh, I'll add that one to the list then. Okay.
You should have added that. You should have definitely added that one.
We made our list before we found out about missing airships.
Okay. Anyway, the airships going missing. They think it's almost certainly Starbane related. And it kind of makes sense. Also, more good news. They commune with the star worm, or that thing that we saw on the way in the shifting streets.
That thing likes us. Hey, that's our friend. That's our buddy.
Exactly.
So if
that's a way in.
If they communed with it, did it tell them about us?
You got the sense that this was a vision from the past, Quill. This was a past vision.
Yeah. I mean, if they're actively communing with it, then they must have some kind of update, but not at the time. But that's a hell of an ally to have on our side to convince them. Oh, well, speaking of convincing them, they still don't really feel very good about us disappearing out of nowhere.
Well, why would they?
Yeah. But it's all precautionary. An impending attack in what they believe is in the next decade. We should probably let them know that it's going to be sooner.
We gotta talk to them. Tell them to talk to the Starworm and say that we, helped it. We defeated the big scary eyeball for it. That'll do it.
I think
we should.
They also still intend on going to the meeting in Horizon to convince the other leaders. I think it's best we go there in person and join them in this meeting. We're on the same side.
That's a good idea.
True, but I think we should talk to them before it, because that meeting is 10 out of 10 a death trap.
Death trap that we...
Are we even invited?
Yes, well, kind of.
So...
You technically are invited by the Sky Prince. The Sky Prince offered him he would basically act as your
sponsor
person who brings you along. Yeah, like sponsor. Yeah, he would basically be like, nope, they're here with me. You're his guests, basically, for this meeting.
I think we should tell the dragons what happened, because if they're wondering why we disappeared and we tell them and then they talk to the worm, good things.
Yeah, we'll do that. I just think also we should go with them to this meeting as well.
Oh yeah.
They'd probably want to hear more from it in person as well after I let them know. I will try and let them know. Sentry, also.
Yeah, so before we left into astral space, I asked Herald to send the Guardians to Horizon so I could help them. And Herald's already gone to tell the Guardians to come to Horizon. In hindsight, I believe that now might not be a very good idea if this could potentially be a Starbane death trap, as we suspect.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we need to redirect Herald.
Potentially. I mean, if it depends on the attack. Even if it is a death trap, we're still not certain of this. Remember, although it would make sense for him to. But depending on the attack, maybe having armies of guardians could be a good thing. But obviously, something we need to let them know about, rather than just housing them on Horizon and then saying, "Here's a sword, fight right now."
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But you're their leader, like an unquestioned leader as well. If you give orders, then they'll follow it.
True. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I'm having doubts. I was confident at the time, and now that confidence is slowly waning away. I want to believe that it's the right thing to do. Is it the right place to go?
I'd say sleep on
Who
it.
knows?
We've just come back. We've been through one heck of a journey, and we've learned so much information about what's happened in Aerois since we've left. I'd say, honestly, Sentry, sleep on it, and tomorrow, go with what your gut instinct says. We've still got time.
Okay.
We can action whatever you need us to action.
Thank you. Yeah, I think some rest would be good. I agree.
Sure. Anything from anyone else?
I think so. I think, I mean, before we leave, we'll pick up some stuff from the shop. But,
Diamond dust.
you figure that one out.
Yes,
I think,
more
yeah.
of that. Definitely. I don't want to be turned to stone again and not be able to come back. But yes, I think that, well, we're all back now, and we should get ready, and perhaps we can sell the Storm Chaser out. We'll get everything ready in the morning, and then we'll meet up with Thalia, and then perhaps we'll go after this Shard of Tiangong, and then from there, after we've recovered that, then we'll decide what to do next. How about that?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Plan.
That sounds good. All right. Well, everyone, have a lovely night. I'm going to get in. I forgot that I left all my jammies, my PJammies, here on the ship. So I'm going to go put my PJammies on. I'm going to have a lovely cup of tea, and then I'm going to enjoy a nice night in my own bed. Yes.
Good. That's a good plan. Yeah. In that case,
I'm gonna go and get a snack before bed. Sentry, do you want a warm plate?
Yes, please.
Okay,
amazing.
on it.
I love the way
Got
that
it.
when you say that, it makes it sound like Sentry's going to eat the warm
Yeah.
plate. Like,
Just before bed.
That's before bed. Oh, lovely, warm plate. Yeah, if you go downstairs, drunken Howard is making like a late night snack for himself. He's making like a fry up in the galley. He's like making a fry up. He sees Ayla. He's like, "Oh, hello, Miss Ayla. I'm just making myself a little nighttime snack. Would you like some
Yes, definitely.
egg
Thank you,
sandwich?
Howard. Also,
lovely egg
extra-
sandwich. Oh, lovely.
yeah, that's great. Extra warm
Yep.
plate for Sentry, and then
Oh, I'll put one in the oven for her.
I'll ask them. Hang on. I'll messenger ring everyone and be like, anyone else want anything from the kitchen? Nova, do you want a sandwich?
Cup of
Egg
tea,
sandwich?
please.
Hot
Cup of tea-
cocoa.
Okay. Hot cocoa. Quill.
no, I'm good. I need to
Okay.
go through all the stonks real quick. Figure out
Okay.
how the ship.
Stonks. Nice.
I will get
Okay.
the various things and take them to the various people.
Yeah, Howard helps in his drunken state. But yeah, and you guys enjoy your first long rest and night's sleep here on Aerois.
Oh,
And because, well, hold on 1 second there for
Here
me,
we go.
Tom Hazel. Because
Oh, me?
Nova Vidya,
okay.
as you drift to sleep, your vision begins to change. And the dream takes on the form of an impressive cathedral. Standing inside it, you have seen a cathedral like this once before on Elysium. The purple banners of the Valkyrian Empire hang from the balconies, and before you is an enormous gate, a large circular gate. Outside, you can see a world that seems oddly familiar, but you've never seen it before. Every which way you look out of this cathedral, in one direction you can see fiery slopes with gouts of flame and slow drifting lava. In another, you can see giant floating chunks of grassy rock and hillside. One section appears to be a great lake that stretches on for miles and miles. And the other one is a rocky desert with great mesas. And then you hear a voice come from behind you. Welcome back home, Nova Vija. I trust that your trip was enlightening. And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Oh boy.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks.
Episodes end.
Oh, he's been waiting.
Thanks.
He's been waiting.
Do you know what? I really thought that was what you were going to do. I was like, I bet you. I bet you. Like, you know, he's going to cliffhanger this sucker.
Yeah.
Well, good to be back.
Yeah.
Lots to do. This was one of those episodes which was right, let's think about all the shit we got to do. And then make a vague plan. But we have a vague plan. We have at least a plan for the immediate future. You've been gone for a very long time.
A really long time.
Yeah, you need to catch up with a few NPCs. I'm sure that next week Tom will have 50 million sendings that he wants to do.
No. I think it's. I got a couple, like 1 or 2.
Okay.
But nothing wild. Oh, actually,
We'll have a think.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, we'll have a
Maybe
think
6 or
between now and next week of anything you want you guys to do, stuff you want to buy, things that you want to kind of sort out, conversations you want to have. Have a think about that, and then next week we'll kick that off, and then
2
go
weeks.
start
2
the
weeks.
search for this.
Oh, yeah, the
2
week
2
after.
Oh yeah, because it's D&D Live next week. Yeah, I forgot. So 2 weeks time.
Oh,
Have a think about what you want to do. Lovely cliffhanger for 2 weeks for you, Kim.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll do that. Tommy, anything more to read out?
I've got some.
Yes, there is.
All right, we'll do Tommy's and then do Kim's.
Yeah, Nightjar has donated with, as Botters03 suggested in chat, a new miniseries that's just 3 hours a week of Nova trying to organise all the side quests. Yes, please. Also, gotta say, Kim, you're doing a fab job with the stream. Trot
Thanks.
would have never thought to. Trot would have never thought of the big cat sound effects. Yeah, better than Trot.
My cat is a twat. Can I just say that? What a wanker he is.
That's fine.
Wailing away.
It's
Yeah.
cute.
Equestrian Drow. Hey, high rollers. I have work on my birthday today, so VOD squad for
Boom.
me. Well, happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
Sorry about
birthday.
Happy birthday.
I just watched Chaos Monopoly last night. 2 nights. The end of the Rail Baron was devastating when she went dip. when she went dip, dode, cuck, tom, duck, oh fuck. What?
Don't know what
That's the
they're
message.
talking about.
2. Tom, how much for some sweet bum coke?
All right, this was after I left that game.
Yeah, so we made up this thing
Yeah.
that every time Tom went to jail, it's because he was smuggling bum coke.
So. Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
Tom-
that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Or
better
no.
than my reason for going to jail as well.
Yeah, way better. Varys with a donation and no message. Thank you very much. Ligaratus, another donation. Point of clarification. I already donated £30 to EVR. Last
Yay.
donation was High Rollers D&D and also Fuck Bigotry again.
Oh,
Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Ligaratus.
Ligaratus.
Thank you.
Donations and the third donation to EVR as well.
Yeah.
Dots to dots. Missed the start of the live stream today because my brain forgot to remind me what day it was. DM'd my first ever session a few weeks ago. It ended up being a 11-hour session,
Woo!
which was amazing.
A lot of
crikey.
people do really long sessions. Like I've noticed
That's
this that
good.
like some groups will play like
Well
7
done.
to 10 hours, but then they'll have bigger breaks. They'll like
Yeah,
play
yeah.
loads and then
It's a
they'll
full
take like a
day.
longer break. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sense. Goddamn, Jawadi18. This group is going to tell the crew about everything and probably end it with Quill going, also, we made enemies of a demon prince that may come to Aerois to get payback. That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I was going to say, after Sentry's speech, after we left the ship, I was going to say, that reminds me, we made a lot of enemies. out
Yeah,
there.
probably more than friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not focus on that.
That's just classic. That's just classic us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
post Starbane stuff. You know, let's just worry about the big, the scary big red star in the sky, and then
Yeah.
It's a good one.
think of everything else.
Good one to
Nick-
worry about.
Just block everyone.
Nicta.
Yeah.
Mark, how is Smeek doing? How's my goblin boy?
It's dead. It's been dead for a long
How's
time.
ghosts make?
He's gone. Passed on.
No.
He actually went to heaven.
Yeah.
Or hell.
I'm not playing. No, I'm done. Smeek's dead joke. He's dead meme. It's dead meme, dead ghost. Moved on.
Boo.
He's with Siaska
He's
now.
in Smeek.
He's
Yeah, he's
Siaska's
with
problem
Siaska
now.
now.
He's a Lemur.
Yeah.
Oh,
Siaska's fine.
no.
No, he's a Lemur
When
in
the
hell.
cradle
Siaska would love
falls.
him. Siaska would love him.
When the cradle falls, he will become Siaska.
Oh,
She can come
no.
back and she can bring him
Don't give
with
the
her.
audience ideas, Tom.
It's like the frog prince
Beestump.
guy from The Simpsons.
Fuck's sake.
Imagine just flailing around on the floor.
Ooh, hello, cat.
Beestump, just wanted to give back a little for all the joy you guys have brought me. Aerois is the highlight of every week for me, and that's all down to you guys. Also, rip Chris Strott. There you go.
Rip.
Thank you very much. Natalie Hawthorne, back again. This was nice. A little fun, a little relaxing, little RP episode. It was so nice seeing all the crew again. I missed Howard and Aerois so much. Yay! There you go. Thank you very much, Natalie Hawthorne. Keku Noises. Nobody. Milo.
He's amazing. Such a loud meow to get
He
picked up
is.
on the mic as well.
Yeah, he's very relentless. Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine that. 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Ellie came in earlier and was meowing very high pitched, but I don't think the mic picked it up.
Couldn't hear
It was very, very quiet compared
No.
to Milo. Oh, hey, it's Austin. Water Hundo. Home always
Thanks very
looks
much.
different after a long trip.
Thank you.
You're seeing it with fresh eyes and newfound wisdom. Hopefully, Starbane hasn't just conquered the world in your absence. No, I mean, it was only 10 days.
Only 10 days.
Starbane.
It's busy boy.
See, Jinxie51 with another quarter hundo. I say another, it's
Oh, thank you.
second quarter hundo in a row. Love watching High Rollers D&D. Every chance I get makes studying so much easier for me. Thank you very much. Hopefully it doesn't distract
Thank
you
you.
from studying. Stay in
Yeah.
school.
Thank you.
Well, not during these times. Stay on your remote lessons. Johnny H, Water Hundo, stay awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Shire. Hey, a fan all the way from Saudi Arabia here. And
Oh,
just want to
wow.
say thank you to all of you for getting me into D&D, and thanks for Mark for inspiring to make my own homebrew campaign that's been running for a year now.
Hey.
Love you all.
Awesome.
Wish you all good luck.
Awesome.
Yeah, marhaba.
Very
Wow.
cool. Dark Day 41, the donation and no message. Thank you very much. Uh-oh, it's Mudkip. Tom, Rike to Kim, Chili, Matt, Cat, and Troth. Wait, Troth isn't here. He's gone into the ether somewhere in this far world searching for his daddy. Oh, Trothy, look for your daddy. He might just be in your heart. Mudkip, miss you. FYI, I reached my PayPal limit. Oh my god!
Wow.
Don't donate anymore if you're hitting your limit.
Yeah.
But thank you for your, as
Crikey.
always, cryptic and creepy
Thank you.
messages.
Thanks, Mudkip.
Oh,
Captain Michael USA, or Mikhail, with a quarter hundo. Thank you very much. Hey guys, thanks for the break from fighting fires here in Oregon, USA. Love
Oh,
you
wow.
all. Oh my
Oh,
Yeah, good
Yeah,
luck
yeah.
and stay
Keep safe,
safe.
dude.
stay safe.
We do need to end on Yogscast, I think,
Yeah.
because I think somebody's
Uh,
next. So we need to
I'm
end on
not
Yogscast.
entirely sure how to end on one stream and not the other, so let me just...
All right. Are there any quick, like, super big donos just to make sure we get those read out on
Yeah.
either?
Green Badger with a quarter hundo, long-time VOD squatter, first-time donator. I figured it was time to give a little thank you for all the entertainment. Thank you very much. Torion, it was nice to catch you guys live for once. I just wish I caught you guys during the Spelljammer portion of the adventure. Hi, zombies. Finally have a Sunday when I'm not working or busy so I could watch live. But instead, I end up playing a session in our Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign. Awesome. Thank you very much. Tenuous light.
nice.
Lying to friends. What could go wrong? Hashtag light Ayla up. Scrappy Coco.
No!
Thank you for another amazing episode. The last few weeks have been rough for me because of my mental health and slight COVID scare. Thankfully, I was negative. Your humor and happiness has always been so helpful in keeping my spirits up. Much love to all. There you go. That is the remainder. If I missed any in the last few minutes, I'm very sorry.
Cool. We also
that's it.
have
Thank you
gift
very much.
subs from
Kim,
Honky
go.
Conky, Wolfie Kid of Doom, B Doof, D Miller, 1841, Chock Bear, lots of numbers, Cooper Orc, an anonymous gifter. And thank you for all the resubs and subs. Blah blah blah. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. That's it from us. We're going to go.
Nice.
Cool.
Thanks very much. We will be back
Ooh,
on Thursday
we
for
could,
Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could raid Nightjar. We could raid Bryony. She's doing a charity stream today.
There you go.
Yeah,
Bam.
check
Do
that
that.
Fun.
Cool.
Okay.
We're going to do that.
Thank you very
We're
much.
going to ride Bryony. Thanks very much. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you,
End
guys.
screen.
Thank you.